Turn this loud music off because it's trying to drive me crazy. Yeah, that music was trying to drive me nuts too. I'm sorry, guys. I listen. I just choose these tracks at random. I don't know what's going on half the time. I just go with whatever. All right, excellent. Welcome, everyone. You are now on camera, by the way. So hope you didn't mind the sudden abrupt cut to your face. welcome, everyone, to another interesting stream. Hopefully, we have trying to get a little setup here, making sure everything works out nicely. I haven't really done. I haven't had a guest on in so long. I don't know what to do with myself half the time. It's crazy. So, Jacob, mind introducing yourself to anyone who doesn't know who you are?
Yeah, sure. First off, Anthony, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
No, my pleasure.
We've been talking a little bit in the DMs before this, and you're just great. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your channel and you having me on. For those that don't know me, my name is Jacob. I am mainly on Twitter, but I have a YouTube channel called Lightspeed, and I've talked about Star Wars my entire life. It's the one thing that kind of stuck ever since I was a kid, and I love it very dearly, and I'm excited to talk about it tonight.
Agreed. And just so everyone knows, I am going to post Jacob's channel in the chat right now and then pin it. So in case anyone, if you like him, think he's cool, have a good time, and like his vibe, here you go. Here's his channel. Follow it if you get a chance.
Thank you, Anthony.
No, it's all good. It's all good because we were talking about having a thing at some point, and unfortunately, when we initially came up with the idea to do a stream together, it was around the time my son was just born, so it wasn't exactly feasible to do anything at that time. But now, thankfully, my son is born and has more time available, so it all works out. We're good. It all works out. It's excellent.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
No, thank you. It is nuts. And by the way, what do you think the best order to show a 3-week-old child Star Wars? What do you think the best order is? Do you think you should wait a little bit, or until he's like?
So I think you should definitely start with Revenge of the Sith. Pretty tame movie. I think that
very child friendly. You're right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. No, just replay the Mustafar scene. Actually, it's so funny because I love horror films. I'm not sure if you've heard of the film Bring Her Back. Have you heard about that? It's like
I have.
Oh yeah, excellent, cool. So I was watching that.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh well, I was watching that. And my kid was nearby. I'm like, it's a good thing you're too young to make out any other sounds, but like other colors and shapes, because this is violent. And then watch this going like, huh. This, I'm so glad you're too young to register what's happening on screen right now, because it's demented. Oh man!
If it's anything like what was the other one that
Talk to Me?
The Raka guys made? Mm-hmm. Yes, that movie. That movie was a little bit intense. That one was definitely not child friendly.
I'd say Talk to Me is the better movie in the same way that Get Out is better than Us, but this had more like overt, like horrifying visuals where you're like with Us, like Us isn't as good as Get Out or even as scary as Get Out, but there are more moments where you're like, oh, that is a horror movie scene right here. Like, oh, this is a scene from a horror movie. Like the same thing with Bring Her Back. Though I'd say Bring Her Back is a little better than Us, but might be controversial. I know, but definitely more disturbing than Us, I'd say.
I haven't seen Bring Her Back yet, like I said, but I do think that when it comes to like the Jordan Peele stuff, I think Get Out is great. I actually think Nope. I think Get Out's the better movie, but if I had to pick one, I would probably pick Nope just because I love that movie so much.
Nope is really good. It's funny when Us came out, I really loved Us, but like as time goes on, I'm like, no, Nope and Get Out. Those are the two best ones he's done so far. No, because
Gavin Carew super chatted $5. On that order note, what do you think of those alternate SW watching orders, machete, storytelling? There's probably more IDK.
Okay. Actually, Jacob, are you following on stream right now too with the chat?
I can see it. Yeah, I've got my phone down here.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
I'm
So
just watching it.
Okay, cool. So don't put the volume on because it's gonna cause feedback loop. But right now, okay, so you got a new super chat coming in. I'll just when a super chat comes in, we usually stop and we answer it. I'll put them on pause when we get into the big discussions and have save questions for like good breaks. But the question is, what do you think the best order for Star Wars is? The machete cut, the storytelling cut, release order, chronological? What do you think is your order, especially now that Star Wars is no longer just two trilogies? Now it's like an expansive whole thing. What is the best viewing order in your perspective?
Oh man, this is such a loaded question. 5 minutes into stream, I just know that whatever I say, someone's gonna get mad at me. You know,
that's life on these streams. Everyone asks incriminating questions. At least you were
talking about Star Wars on the internet. I'm used to it by this point.
Look, at least you didn't stream the day a certain person, something bad happened to a certain person. That's all I got questions about the entire stream. Even though we're talking about movies, I'm keep getting questions like, "What do you think about?" Like, I talk about movies, dude. I'm not a political commentator. But yeah, so
your drift,
yeah. So what do you think?
Okay. So I think that every order, regardless of what you pick, is a solid choice. I think that they all have their merits. I'm actually going to try machete order for the first time later this year. I've never done it that way before, but it seems really interesting and really cool. Personally, though, if you're just asking me,
Sam last name super chatted $1.99. What Pokemon would the Sailor Senshi have?
We'll get to that question after we answer this one. And also, Baichi Apiadera, who is a mod and a member for 15 months. Thank you so much. She was essential when dealing with the Anime Men video. Stop. The only correct order is your order, which, you know what? Flowers for Baichi, that's absolutely true. But as you were saying, I'm sorry to cut you off there.
That's so true. No, you're all good. I agree with that. I think that the order that you think is best is usually the way to go and to introduce somebody. Personally, I think release order is still pretty much like the way that I would normally go if I was showing somebody new. One, because I think that, like, yes, the prequels and the sequels are a little bit more modern whenever it comes to like the filmmaking and the effects and stuff like that. But I think that original 1977 Star Wars, A New Hope, that movie is just so timeless, man. Like, people have said it so many times before, but I think that there's a lot of truth there. Like, I showed somebody A New Hope a couple years ago. They had never seen it before, and they were amazed by just how fast the movie was and just how timeless, I guess, the movie. I want to say modern, but like it's really timeless, I think, is just the word. And I'm not the first person to say that, I know that, but you know.
I agree with you on that one. It's funny, especially when you go back to the first few films. There is such a sense of pacing with A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, especially. I think less so with Return of the Jedi, because I do feel that film is a bit lopsided. I think with Jedi, the opening 30 minutes are actually really good. I really love the first opening 30 minutes of Jedi, and I really love the third act, the conclusion of it. It's when you first have that middle portion, I get a little iffy on. I think it's a little murky. I feel it loses focus when it changes gears so quickly, because you go from this whole self-contained, almost like a short film, to a totally different story. And I feel that abrupt shift, it's a little off-putting when you first watch it. You're not expecting it. But I think the pacing in all three of those is still vastly better than both the prequel trilogy and even the sequel trilogy to an extent. Even though those films are much faster, they have less breathing room outside of Last Jedi.
Stingertopia super
there's another
chatted
super chat.
$2. What's your fav side character arc in Star Wars?
All right, favorites. Oh, let's first answer the Pokemon question, then we'll come back to the Star Wars question. But also, Dagger, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Star Wars is a great ride more than anything. Well, that's a possibility. Oh, another super chat.
Blue Baron super chatted $2. I watched Jaws recently and it felt old, time flee.
I don't know if Jaws feels old. I think Jaws is like one of the... Jaws, in my opinion, is one of the all-time greatest films ever. Like, in terms of pacing, in terms of how things... I can put Jaws on at any point during the day. I'm watching that to the end. Like, I don't care how far in it is. You catch it on TV. This happens it happens so many times when I used to have cable. You just flip on the channel, Jaws is on. That and Rocky and The Godfather. Like, no, we're sitting our asses down and watching the rest of this. Now, how familiar, Jacob, are you with Pokemon or Sailor Moon, by the way?
Okay, a little bit. I'm a little bit familiar with Pokemon. I'm not as familiar with Sailor Moon. I actually just more recently kind of have gotten back into anime because I grew up with Toonami, so I know a lot of the basic stuff like
essentials,
Naruto,
the
and
classics,
DBZ, stuff like that. Pokemon, I wasn't allowed to play growing up, but
you're one of those households, huh?
Unfortunately,
that's
I
fair.
could talk about that for hours, but. I got into it in 2016, so I know a little bit.
That's fair. That's
Unga
fair.
underscore Bunga 9615 super chatted $3.25. The watch order really depends on how much the person watching it and how much they're willing to watch.
That's fair.
Most of the time, I'd say chronological order.
That's fair. I do agree with chronological too, but release order I think works a lot too, personally.
Samo super chatted $5. Hey Ant, have you seen one battle after another? If so, thoughts? If not, I highly recommend it. It feels like an urgent and important film of our time.
Sadly, I have not yet. It is on the list of things I want to watch, though. It looks fantastic. My spouse
Jacob Billington super chatted $2. Mom, I hate Dad Darth Melvin guy.
Fair enough. We'll get to him later. To briefly answer the Sailor Moon question, I personally feel like Sailor Moon would absolutely have like a Clefairy or something like that. I feel that just fits. Or Clefable. I think that just fits her vibe a lot. I've seen some really, or like a Sylveon or something like that. I've seen a lot of fan art where they have themed teams based on the theme of each Sailor Guardian. So, for example, Sailor Mercury has more of a water-based team. Mars more fire. Jupiter more grass. I think that works a lot. I don't know if Uranus works with flying though, so I don't know how that would work out. But what are you gonna do? And of course, Sailor Saturn has to have some ghosts. That's just as the guardian of death, she has to have that. Okay, so next question was, what are your favorite side characters? Your side character arc in Star Wars, like so. And I'll leave this up to you, Jacob. What of all the different, and this could be the original trilogy, prequels, sequels, spin-offs, TV shows. What do you think the best side arc is in Star Wars? I have an answer for that too, but I'll let you talk first. And it can't be. And I'm assuming what you mean with side arc. You don't mean like the core team of characters, the core villains. It has to be like your gulp shittos on the side. I would say like what Watto was up to in the margins of Star Wars.
Well, definitely not. Oh,
they're not Watto. No,
definitely not Watto. Since Watto owned slaves, so I'm gonna say no to Watto. I will say, oh man, favorite side character arcs. I've got to say, I think Obi-Wan Kenobi's side arc. He's a main character. I was gonna say an Attack the Clones because it's not necessarily his movie, but. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. I got to think about this. Go ahead.
G's up, hose down, super chatted $1.99. I was paid to be here.
That's fair. You were paid to be here, super chatter. I don't know who you are, though.
Baichi Apiadera super chatted $2. Ahsoka, the only correct answer. Her early days.
But does Ahsoka not count as a main character? That's what I'm wondering. See,
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, because like she now has her own TV show. She was tertiary in Rebels, sure, but the problem is like she had like basically the whole, half the Clone Wars was her, and she has a TV show now. So I'm kind of thinking like she's one that kind of bounces back and forth. I would say honestly, Bill Burr's character in The Mandalorian, I think, is
Dagger
my
super
favorite.
chatted
That's
$5.
great.
Yeah,
My
he's
advised
great.
watch order is
Oh.
episode 4 and 5, then episodes 1 to 3, then episode 6 before new trilogy and Rogue One, etc. What does Jacob think about this?
So Dagger, your preferred order is the Machete order. Okay, well Machete's a valid. Jacob has, we said this before. Jacob hasn't seen Machete order yet, but you're going to try this, I guess, this upcoming year or next year, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my friend and I do a marathon every year, so we're gonna try it that way this year.
Hell yeah, love that. All right, so what's your answer for side character? I realize I got like sidetracked on that, but I'm gonna go with Bill Burr from The Mandalorian because that's like Bill. Actually, no, Bill Burr from Mandalorian, or yeah, that's my answer. I'm going with that one.
Gotcha. Listen, that's a great pick. I'm gonna try to be quick on this one. I was thinking Ahsoka, in all honesty, but I didn't know if she classified as a main character, like you said. So who can I go deeper cut? You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say Boba Fett from Book of Boba Fett.
Fair
Because
enough.
for all of that show's faults, I think the one thing that it gets absolutely right is the characterization of Boba Fett and his growth.
You see, that was I'm gonna push back on you this one. I'm not a Boba Fett fan. I never. Boba Fett's one of those characters who, for me, it's his appearance that people love, and I get that. I appreciate that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I never got the appeal of Boba Fett. Like he just is a guy who looks cool and plummets to his doom because he got hit in the back at one point. I like what they did with new
Jacob
stuff.
Billington
but,
super chatted $2. Just finished downloading my wife. Woohoo.
Congratulations, downloading your wife. I'm concerned, but also intrigued.
At my expense. That account, I believe, is a follower of a certain YouTuber that has harassed me for a long time now.
I see. Well, there. Well, listen, you're welcome to be mocked. You will be criticized today.
I don't care. Okay.
Yeah, we're here for it. Listen, we're here to discuss and talk. And mods, if anyone does break the terms of service, you can ban them. As certain members of that crew know, there are certain things you can say that will get you banned. Even if you send me super chats, I'll just take your money and ban you. So that's how it's going to go.
Dylan 2600 super chatted $4.99. Why did the
ridiculous.
cowboy
They
get a
think my
wiener
wife
dog?
is fake for some reason.
He
but I
wanted
can
to get
assure you,
along, little
she's
she's
doggy.
definitely not.
Wait, why did the cowboy get a wiener dog? He wanted to get along. Oh, God. Okay, now it's clicking. Took me a second.
Zypher 8677 super chatted $2. I wonder how different Jedi be if Lynch directed.
How
new
different
super
Jedi would be if Lynch directed? Well, I'll tell you this. You ever see Dune from 1984? It would probably be like that. It would probably be like that, I imagine, a little bit.
Dude, I am a.
Oh, there you go.
I've read all the way up to God Emperor, so.
God Emperor is wild, man. That like
I've heard.
I don't know if I love God Emperor of Dune or like just it's one of those. It's like reading the Silmarillion. Not to the same extent. Silmarillion's way denser, but like it's like that kind of like long scale. I wouldn't say it's. I mean, Silmarillion's a bad comparison, but it's like one of those like ones that's on such a long scale. It's hard to be invested in like the minutia of the plot, but when you look at the whole thing, it's like, oh, this is impactful. It's powerful. This is incredible. It is such a book. Chapter House Dune though ends on a note that I've been, for whatever reason, the ending of Chapter House Dune has been coming up a lot on like my feed lately, people discussing it, and I'm not sure why. Of all books, the end of the sixth book is because it is so enigmatic, and of course Frank Herbert died before he could really follow it up. But of course Brian Herbert just happened to find his dad's notes in the cupboard. And just happened to make 27 books based on those notes. I don't know. It's crazy how you stumble upon a gold mine.
And Anthony, he also co-wrote a lot of those books with Kevin J. Anderson.
Yep.
He wrote a lot of Star Wars Legends books that I think are a little bit mid, but that's just my opinion.
Well, having read his Dune books, I can confirm that I also agree with you on that perspective.
Great.
What was it? The Young Jedi series? Was that what he wrote out? Was getting mixed up?
When I slander Kevin J. Anderson, I'm not talking about those books. Those books are actually pretty good. It's actually, let me reach over right here.
Ah, yes.
Book books, if I can grab them. They're called the Jedi Academy trilogy, and
Jedi
you would
Academy,
think
there we go.
that these books are mostly about Luke Skywalker setting up his new Jedi Order in Legends, and they are very like mostly fun books, but they have a lot of like filler, I feel like, and they kind of just go on way too long. And that's kind of my issue with a lot of Kevin J. Anderson books. I think that if you listen to the abridgment of a lot of his stuff, dare I say, I think it flows a lot better, but that's just my opinion. I know these books
Shaim
have some
Ferguson
diehard
super
defenders.
chatted
I do enjoy them.
$5.
They're just not
wait,
my
Never been
Sorry.
Star Wars fan, but what are your thoughts on Story of Force Unleashed would have been a better sequel series than Rey's storyline?
That's an interesting question. We'll get to that in a second. I'll start pausing these as we're talking, because I realize the super chats are interrupting you as you're in the middle of talking, and that's inconvenient.
It's okay. No worries.
So you
Listen,
finish your thought. Oh, actually, no, the super chat's coming in right now. Oh, that's a big one.
Baichi Apiadera super chatted $5. Real question, what Star Trek races would be Sith, Jedi?
Oh, well, I'm not going to say an entire race would be Sith or an entire race would be Jedi, but I will say I feel like Vulcans would very easily slip into Jedi roles because they are so divorced from, like, they are so logic focused, I feel like. And I feel like Klingons or, like, Vulcans would be more inclined to be, like, Sith, I think. Just because the culture is more focused on rage and emotion and pathos.
Gavin Caruth super chatted $5.
Yeah. Oh, another one.
If the Wachowskis did SW, they'd be like 4-1-7-5-2-3-6-8-9, but even more jumbled up lol.
Maybe. That could be it. I don't think of the Wachowskis as particularly jumbled up. Outside of, like, say, like Cloud Atlas, but it's about it. Oh, we got another one.
Evan, the Neil Deal super chatted $10. Hello, Ant and Jacob.
You
know, when I was a regular watcher of Melvin, I never understood why he zeroed in on Jacob. I just know he accused Jacob of having bot subscribers.
Yeah, so, another super chat real quick. Sorry, I'm going to pause supers after this so you can have a chance
Darth
to talk.
Rumbleface super chatted $1.99. Jacob Fav Dream Girl Ray or Hannah?
Yeah, favorite Dream Girl, Ray or Hannah? For Jacob. Well, Jacob, first answer the Dream Girl one, because I feel that's the lighter one. Then we'll get into the heavier question.
So I will answer that. So the first thing I want to say is this: a lot of these super chats are coming from the YouTube channel Knights of Melvin, I believe is what that guy's name is. They've been harassing me for several years now, and we're going to get into this, I think, a little bit later. And one, I just want to say, you guys are so dumb. You're literally giving us, not me, but you're literally giving Anthony money so that these pop up on stream. If you dislike me so much, why are you caring enough to give your own money to somebody that you don't like, whether it's me or someone else? I just think it's ridiculous.
I will specify. I will interrupt that 1 second. I think some of these are regular viewers. I do want to point it out. So if you're regular viewers, not talking about you.
No, I promise you, I'm not talking about regular viewers. I can kind of tell who is who because I recognize some usernames. But I will answer this question about the Dream Girl thing. I am happily married. Hannah is a friend of mine who co-hosts a podcast with me. We've been friends for many, many years now.
So Hannah's a real person. I was kind of under the impression it was like some Star Wars character I wasn't familiar with at the time. Like, Hannah, that sounds odd. Okay.
And I think that that's a very immature question to ask, and that's just ridiculous.
But Daisy Ridley in a heartbeat. Sorry, I'm kidding.
Yeah, sure.
That's my answer. I'm kidding. But no, all joking aside, I do want to address the Evan's question here, because I know you've shown up, I think, with like Backseat, I'm pretty sure, Evan. So regular, I never understood why he zeroed in on Jacob. I just want to know, he accused Jacob of having bot subscribers. We'll get into that discussion later on. That's going to be a topic of discussion. But I do want to say that a lot of, and this is I think a general discussion on how these trolling accounts kind of function a lot of the time. And it's a good thing we paused supers, because we'll read them all in one go when we finish points in discussion. Because this is why we're starting to get into that. We started with the preamble. It's all fun and games. And now we're going to get into the more serious stuff. Now the ice is a little broken. A lot of troll accounts hyper-focus on specific people arbitrarily. I think back a lot, and it's not to the same extent, obviously, but I think back to a lot with like Gamergate, with like Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn. They honed in on them obsessively and almost exclusively. And it's really, really hard to articulate why of all the people online, those two in particular were the ones that happened to incur wrath. Like you can say, oh yeah, they did this and that. They did a Kickstarter to raise a small sum of money to make a video series. Or, oh, she traded favors maybe for good reviews for a game that nobody played. Okay. But it's like the hyperfixation on those two figures was extensive to the point where people who wanted to be targets of harassment, like Brianna Wu, couldn't get her to become targets of harassment. It's like, the internet, when certain groups grab hold of a certain plaything, whatever that plaything might be, they don't let go of it because of the hyperfixation they may have with it, or it's a go-to catch term. And with Jacob, I believe, and myself to some extent in some circles, I think you could speak to it more for your personal experience. I talk endlessly about my experience on this channel, so I don't want to hog the spotlight here, because I talk enough about myself. I don't need to do that anymore. Like you've experienced a lot of harassment. I feel is like bizarrely hyper focused on you for what you do is so inoffensive for the most part. Like you're not doing anything as far as I'm concerned that's like controversial. You're not doing anything that's particularly like, aside from talking about Star Wars, which itself invites controversy. Star Wars fans can be a lot. So what's your take on that? How do you perceive that element of online harassment in that sense?
So are we kind of like really getting into the discussion now? Because I have a lot of thoughts that I would love to share.
Oh, whatever you want. Here's the thing. I want to make sure that whatever we say, it's on your comfort level. So if you want to like go into intense feelings, hell, hit the pedal to the metal and go for it. Well, I'll follow Yuli in that one.
I'll try not to go too fast, too furious, too quickly, Anthony. But I will say this. So it's been a lot. Whenever you talk about something online, even if it's something as simple as Star Wars, people are bound to disagree with you and not like you for your opinions. Like that's just kind of a given. What I didn't expect is just the level of like vitriolic hate that you can receive, just for discussing something so simplistic and in a lot of ways so insignificant to just everything else. So in case you don't know, I've had a Twitter where I've talked about Star Wars long before like 2023. That's really the year that I kind of like honed in on it, and I was like, I really kind of want to put a lot of like effort into like what I'm putting out there, and really try to like more so talk about Star Wars more than ever. But I've been talking about Star Wars on Twitter since like 2015, 2016, whenever I made that account. And then even long before that, before I even had a social media account. Like, I've been talking about Star Wars pretty much my whole life, which I think is just kind of important to me because the series is important to me. Beyond that, in 2023, I was really like, I want to kind of make my account a Star Wars account primarily because at the time I was talking about different films and I love cinema. I appreciate it dearly. And it just means a lot to me. I love other films outside of Star Wars as well. But Star Wars has always been that franchise that in a lot of ways was like always there for me, if we're being honest. I know that sounds maybe cheesy, but it's true.
Not in the least, man.
And I appreciate it a lot. And like, of course, there are things about Legends that I don't like. There are things about canon that I don't like.
Wait, you mean you're not a defender of the Crystal Star or whatever that one, like, god-awful... No, I don't know why I hype-fixate that in that one novel. No. Like, that really annoyed me, that book, for whatever reason. Crystal Star, right? Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Crystal Star is fine.
I don't know why it pissed me off so much. Something about that just annoyed me to God high heaven. I can't even explain what it is, but it was something.
I actually listened to the abridgment of Crystal Star, so that might have helped a little bit. But I have the physical book behind me on that bookshelf back there. So maybe I'll give it a reread, and maybe I'll hate it like everybody else does. Apparently.
There you go. Get on board with the hatred. Let your hate flow through you.
Get into my hate.
As you were. I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay. You're totally fine. Well, in 2023, I was like, I really want to start talking about Star Wars online because there's so many people talking about like what they dislike about it. That's fine. If you don't like everything new, that's totally cool with me. The cool thing about Star Wars, and we talked about this even before stream, Anthony, is, and again, I'm not the first person to say this. Someone's least favorite Star Wars project is someone else's favorite. Like I have a friend who loves The Phantom Menace, loves Attack of the Clones. I have friends who hate Rise of Skywalker. I really like that movie, even though I know it's a controversial pick. And I think it's cool because I think that what's made the series partially so iconic is that the fandom has never really entirely been unified on one thing. If you go back in time, and you have an excellent video on this that I want to shout out, to where it's like you kind of look at the reception to Rise of Skywalker and you're like, Star Wars is ruined forever.
Yeah.
And then you go back in time and it's just like Star Wars is ruined forever. And I think it's just a great kind of encapsulation of how people have always felt. But I think that because you have so many different people with so many different opinions, it makes for so many interesting points for discussion about the series, And in my opinion, yes, I'm not afraid to talk about what I dislike. And I want to be a little bit more transparent about that into the future. But, like, I would much rather talk about the things that I appreciate, because if you type in Star Wars online, there's just a wave of negativity. And unfortunately, I feel like because there's been so much like toxicity within the fandom, and I try to stray away from those terms now, but there's really just so much like hate that isn't even directed at Star Wars primarily, but rather anything new in the series, the cast, the crew, the fans of all the new stuff, to where it just became like really depressing logging on every day and seeing that. So I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be somebody different who just like, you go to his account and it's things that he enjoys about Star Wars and wants to talk about it. And he's not hating on everything that's new before it comes out and all of that. He's remaining optimistic, because I think that being a fan is thing with a franchise, even if you recognize that there's an installment that isn't for you,
That's fair. Fair. I'll tell you this, like, on that note, I'm seeing that a lot with the Pokemon fandom recently, where people are getting like so ballistic over the windows on the background of buildings that you can't interact with not being fully two-dimensional. And it's like, buddy, like, there's bigger things to worry about than whether or not every single asset pops out. And, we're so hyper-focused on negativity because negativity sells on the internet, My videos that are negative and aggressive do better than the ones that are positive and constructive. I still make the positive videos too, because I think it's a good balance of both. And I think you need to make the good with the bad. You need to show both. You can't just be all negative all the time. Even negative videos, I try to be positive sometimes. But negativity is like such a predominant feel online, especially in sci-fi fandoms, where I think, and again, for better or worse, a lot of long-running sci-fi franchises hit the bump in the road phase, where at some point the movies don't do as well, the TV shows aren't as sharply written anymore. A good example of it, but sometimes they come back and people keep trying to capitalize on the negative even when the positive is still rolling in. And ironically, I think 2 Disney franchises are really doing that pretty well right now. They're not Star Wars, but a sci-fi franchise Disney now owns, and they're formerly Fox, but it's Predator and Planet of the Apes, I think, have had some really good movies over the last few years. Planet of the Apes more so than Predator. Predator is just getting back in its groove after Prey, but you're getting a lot of really good sci-fi, but for a while people didn't take them too seriously. Like with Planet of the Apes, there was the Tim Burton movie that was pretty bad. And with Predator, there was The Predator, which was just god awful. I hate to use very disappointing. I hate to use the word Marvel humor because I'm a Marvel fan. I don't want to act like that like it's uniquely Marvel, but there is a kind of Joss Whedon kind of quality to The Predator, where all the characters are yipping and yapping, and it takes you out of the movie. It doesn't feel realistic anymore. It feels like really. And granted, Predator's always had yipping and yapping, but this is like a little farther than I'm used to. Not a good way. No. But again,
I think my issue with that one lies a little bit more narratively, but I'm with you.
Oh yeah, the narrative sucks too, and there's the whole autism thing, which is bizarre in that movie. It's like, did you know autism gives you superpowers? You didn't? Well, in The Predator, apparently, it means you're a next stage of evolution. It means you're like a Magneto in the making. I don't know what to tell you. But those are missteps. And I think the problem is we conflate, and this is true, I think, for all science fiction genres, all media really, we conflate reasonable critiques with easy answers. And the problem with Star Wars that, oddly doesn't seem to apply with Planet of the Apes, Predator, or Alien, because Alien's also having a bit of a renaissance as of late after a long cold stretch. We like to blame Disney until we can't blame Disney. It's like if Prey is good, if Alien Romulus is good, if Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is good, it's not Disney's fault. It's just, those are good movies. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? But when Star Wars isn't good, it's Disney's fault. It's it's Bob Iger. He was stepping in behind the camera and messing with things. Oh, it's Kathleen Kennedy. She's messing with the camera behind the scenes. And not what usually it is. It's like they're trying. A lot of productions go south because they want to play it safe, or there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. They all want one thing, and it pulls in different directions, and you get like a less satisfying end product because it's not a singular creative vision, or a good idea was rejected by someone higher up who didn't like it, and then you get kind of a scrapped idea. And I do want to bring up a couple scrapped Star Wars things with you later. Specifically the Ben Solo movie that was recently announced to be scrapped, which
it's gonna break my heart.
I want them to make it. I don't want to go all like Snyder Bro, release the Search for Ben Solo cut on that, but upon me it does. And some people have already, so who knows? But there's a lot going on there. Anyway, there's a couple super chats I've been collecting. I'm gonna play them all real quick. Some might be relevant to you. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Oh boy.
Kill Mickey Mouse super chatted $2. Why can't fans just accept it's a laser sword?
Because they're pedantic. I can't tell you there, buddy.
Zoe super chatted $1.99. Jacob. Miss plus ITY since I deleted well.
I don't know what that even means. I'm so sorry.
Jacob Billington super chatted $2. I have a headache. Rise of Skywalker is fire, bro.
Rise of Skywalker is fire? Well, okay. I'll let your opinion.
Blue Baron super chatted $2. Life is short, sad. A lot of weirdos playing like that.
A lot of weirdos are online, and life is way too short to be mad at Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
That's David Deister. David Deister thinks being a member? Oh, became a member. Oh, wow, he became a member. That's cool. Oh, for 3 months. I'm sorry.
David Deister super chatted $15. Star Wars sequel trilogy should be disowned by the next person in charge of Lucasfilms.
A hot take that a lot of people might agree with you on. I don't know if I do.
DWP 102589 super chatted $1.99. Rebel Moon makes the worst of Star Wars look great.
Rebel Moon is profoundly bad. I'm with you on that one. I remember watching it with my spouse, and we're sitting down to watch it, and we're sitting there, and we're both like, okay, well, Zack Snyder's movies, they're hit or miss, but like, when he's fun, at least he's entertaining. So maybe it'd be like so bad it's good. And I remember like at one point just messaging my friends and going like, dear God, I think I've just watched the worst sci-fi film ever. And my other friends, I think at the time fiance, sends us a message back saying, oh yeah, we're watching it right now. And he's this guy's a Warhammer fan. And he's like, it's not so bad. I'm like, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. I gotta question your tastes in movies if you're watching the same thing we're watching and not going like, this is the worst piece of shit I've seen in ages. That was a rough... Yeah. And it's funny because I know... I'm associated with people who worked indirectly with that film, either in comics in that... for that project or, whatever. And everyone has nothing but kind things to say about Zack Snyder. Like, I feel like Zack Snyder's a really cool guy. I've never heard anyone say a bad word about Zack Snyder. I just wish his movies weren't so bad. That's the thing.
See, I like Zack Snyder. I do. I like a lot of his films. I like his DC stuff. I'm not one of those people, though.
What one?
John Williams super chatted $4.99. None of the films are getting disowned because they invested way too much money in them.
That and Star Wars fans get pissed if you break continuity. Even bad continuity to get pissed about in some regards. But as you were saying, so sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say I like Zack Snyder. I like his movies. They're not for everybody, and I'm not one of those crazy Snyder fans that is like screaming online and stuff because I like the new Superman movie a lot.
Oh yeah.
And they're two entirely different visions. But I've got to say, Rebel Moon, 2 thumbs down. I was so
Yeah.
excited for it, and I just did not. I fell asleep actually the first time I tried to watch it.
You know, it would have been
And I just never
better.
looked back.
I think it would have been better as like a TV series. Like
I
there's
think so too.
it's trying to do too much, and I don't think, and he tries to give too much attention to the lore for each character, and like you just rush through one character's entire story, and then on to the next, and it's set dressing, and you're like, well, what was this character's purpose? What's their story? What's their narrative? And none of it comes together in the end. Like none of
No.
it. And it ends like a cliffhanger for a third, and I'm like, come on, you're not getting a third movie. Like,
No.
Netflix
And
cancels everything after the second season. This isn't working out for you.
I think it might be his most juvenile movie, and I hate to say that because I love some stuff with BVS, and I love what he does with his kind of Justice League, but like, I just think that movie is like, hey, what if I made Star Wars and it was like gritty and dark and edgy, and it's like, dude, you don't have to do that. Nobody's asking for that.
I was gonna say Snack Snyder. Zack Snyder works better, I think, when he's not the main story lead of what's going on. Like he's better
Fair enough.
when when Solid Snake or David Ayer are writing his scripts. They're much better. And yes, Solid Snake did write at least one Zack Snyder script, in case you didn't know that. So that's your trivia fact for the day, I guess. That Solid Snake's a screenwriter. Oh man, David Hayter, what a multi-talented guy. Anyway, cast was good for that movie. Yeah, it felt like a D&D campaign where half the players had to leave halfway through. They didn't know what to do with the characters, and someone else had to play with the other characters and shove them into places. I know. Snack Snyder. I'm not gonna. That's fair. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. Clown me on that one. That was a that was a funny one. Anyway, we are gonna jump into some I'm gonna look at some reactionaries, and we're gonna take a look at them and kind of break down, because we're talking a little bit before stream started about how you feel like, and I agree with you in this one. A lot of these reactionaries don't really seem to enjoy Star Wars at all.
No, not
Like
at all.
they don't seem to actually enjoy it. And what I'm gonna do is, when we, just so you follow along, I'm gonna share my screen with you, but I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'll move you over, so I'm gonna drag you off screen for a bit, and we'll still hear you, but we're not gonna see you. But you'll see what's on my screen, so it all works out. Give me a second here. I'm gonna move you over this way. I'm gonna move this over here. Yes, we are reacting now to. There you go. And another super chat coming in.
Dagger super chatted $2. Funny Jacob says that I feel that way about DC.
There you go. Well, DC's interesting because DC has its own. It's all messed up. In its own way. Let me just share my screen real quick.
Oh boy.
Share screen. Here you go. Cool. Screen 2. There we go. Cool. Can you see my screen?
Baichi Apiadera super chatted $5.
Not
Ant,
yet.
Sailor
I can see it on
Moon,
the live
Miraculous,
stream. Now I
can
Winx
see it.
Club, The Order to Watch. Oh wait, this is Star Wars talk. Open mouth smile. Antle, guess what I've been watching?
I've been watching magical shows that I need to actually go back and watch because I do love. Okay, so this is totally random. Do any of you guys watch the channel Emirichu? Anyone watch Emirichu? She does like these anime collab cafe videos every so often, and she did one for Shuguchara, I think it was, which I have not thought of in over a decade. I haven't even thought the word Shuguchara for like a decade. I'm like, I felt so nostalgic over that I was like, oh my god, I gotta revisit this. It's been ages since I've seen this. So anyway, that's beside the point. So right here we have the Knights. Oh cool, Kinkimation. Liligoth is streaming it now. That's pretty cool. Friend of the channel, Liligoth. Anyway, so it's all good. So make sure you see your face. Good, awesome. I can see your face right there. So we have here Knights of Melvin, a channel you are unfortunately very familiar with. What we're gonna do is watch at least one of his videos and kind of break down his typical style here. And we're gonna analyze his technique, his craft, see what he talks about. Oh, that's
Zypher 8677 super chatted $5. Rebel Moon world building immediately crumbled as soon as galaxy-spanning Empire ordered a small village of farmers with hand tool to supply wheat.
Yeah, well, they tried doing the Seven Samurai plot, and it doesn't work out when it's not Seven Samurai properly. You know what I mean? It's like kind of superficial Seven Samurai. It's like, come on, man, that's not efficient. That's not good. You can't half-ass the Seven Samurai. It's just not going to work out. That was Rebel Moon's problem. It did halfway decent Seven Samurai. I'm going to pause supers now just so we can go into the discussion right here. But leave your chats, of course, as we're going. We'll read them once we're done. Jacob, we're going to just take a look at one of these videos, and we're going to break down his Melvin's technique here, his style. Obviously, because you have a personal history with this, make sure whatever you feel you can say. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, let me know. We can move to something different. I know obviously this has been a long campaign with this, but I think you got this down pretty well.
Okay.
I think we're going to go with something that's totally divorced from you on this one, so we're not having to hear him like just harass you the whole time. So we're going to watch him harass...
Thank you.
Instead, we're going to watch him harass J.J. Abrams.
Oh, boy.
So, right up... Oh, wait, it's all muted. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Melvin's video is muted. It's terrible. We don't get to hear him talk with his terrible voice changer.
Oh, God.
Obviously, Darth Melvin, if you are watching, because I know you obsessively listen to anyone who criticizes you, be sure to leave your thoughts. Again, I'm very happy with the last time we talked, and you gave me the Shill of the Week award. I'm really happy. I want to have a second one with also terribly written font on it. I would love that. Please do that. Anyway, so, analyzing evil, JJ plagiarisms. That's a heavy claim. Jacob, have you ever worked in publishing or writing before?
Not necessarily. I've worked for a few small publications here and there, but nothing crazy.
But if someone accuses one of your writers of plagiarism, that's a pretty hefty standard, right? There's a lot of... you need a lot of evidence for that. Yeah. So I'm sure Melvin provides all the evidence necessary to make a statement like that.
Well, I think that this JJ plagiarisms guy, Anthony, is actually a YouTuber.
Oh, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, I don't know him too well, but I know the Funko Pop icon, unfortunately. Not too terribly well, but I think that he called out this guy that we're about to watch the video from, and this guy did not like that at all.
I thought he was talking with J.J. Abrams. Wow, that's how... Is his name actually J.J. Plagiarisms? Okay, cool, awesome. This guy isn't actually named J.J. Plagiarisms on YouTube, right? That's not his actual channel name? That can't be it.
Unfortunately, I think it is.
Oh, man, that's you know what? That's actually inviting... I'm not gonna lie, that you may want to change the name, dude. But beyond that, let's take a look at what he has to say and his techniques. As you can tell, Melvin is what some might call a very proper speaker. He's very articulate, very fluent with the languages of the internet. So let's keep going.
Hi, I'm JJ Plagiarisms, and this is the 69th episode of my Plagiarized Analyzing Evil series. On today's episode, we'll be analyzing me, JJ Plagiarisms. Now, some may wonder, why on earth would I choose to analyze myself? I don't know if I truly know the answer. It could be just a new fun idea to do for...
Okay, so he has an annoying voice that he's making fun of someone else with. That's his first technique. Because it's the most mature way of actually criticizing someone, to imitate their voice and mock them for it. Again, 20 seconds in, I don't know why I would keep watching. That's the thing right there. Like, a lot of these videos, your first 30 seconds are very important. If you lose people in the first 30 seconds, you're not going to... Your video's not going anywhere. I guess it's one of the reasons why Melvin's been stuck at 10K subscribers for, like, forever. I guess he loses people in the first 30 seconds because he annoys them too quickly. But again, like, we look right here, his technique is trying to make him look ridiculous early on, and it's targeted towards a specific person very quickly. And all he's doing is just bullying another guy for, like, arbitrary reasons. Yeah, so nothing yet is going on with this guy, unfortunately.
If I can also...
Yeah, go for it.
Add, Anthony, this is not the first time he's done this. He's done this for a lot of other people without his like dumb voice changer thing. He even pretended to be me several times, because there was one time to where one of his buddies was just going back and forth with me. And I was like, well, if you really want to talk, I would love to talk on your live stream and just like, maybe try to have a respectful discussion. This was like 2 years ago when I thought that was possible to rationalize with irrational people. And he pretended to be me on his buddy's stream with my profile picture and everything. So this is not the first time that he's done this really immature and pathetic technique.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, it's very childish is what it is. And they're not... The thing is, if they were interested in actually discussing, they would discuss. They would do something that was remotely, productive. But this isn't really productive. Here's a bleeding the J... Okay, so let's see how far we can go before we start losing our minds.
For my plagiarized series, or it could be an opportunity for me to really self-reflect on the way I conduct myself as a YouTuber. I've broken down my analysis into several topics. I will go through each thoroughly and explain why me, JJ Plagiarisms, is a good lad or an evil...
What's that, AI art there? Okay, that's a choice, I guess.
Piece of cum-swallowing shit. There's been a lot of things said about me in the past by former friends and other YouTubers. I'd like to debunk everything these trolls said about me.
Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Okay, there's a point. There's the impression of a point coming. I'm sure it'll be very articulate and clear. And the problem is that what's actually the point of any of this? What is he actually talking about? He's talking about another YouTuber. And we're going to kind of skip through. I know it's a little painful, everyone. We'll get through this. I know. It hurts your ears to hear the imitated voice. But anyway, at least we have the beginning of a thesis here.
In no particular order. First, the basis that I was a pedophile because I said Eric Cartman deserved to be raped as a punishment.
Okay, let's move on to something different. That's a choice, buddy. Don't know what the... Okay, well...
I like the super chat that just came in, Anthony, that says, and do we have to watch
No,
this?
we don't. I was hoping to be a little more interesting and productive. That was actually painful to listen to. Is there any he just does himself? Like, he has a lot of this plagiarism guy. Like, why is he so obsessed with these individual people? Like, I know on stream we mentioned a couple of these, but like Disney Shills try to deplatform me. Okay, whatever.
I think the reason behind it, a lot of it, if I may,
no, go for it.
The reason behind a lot of it, Anthony, in all honesty, is that they see it's not just this particular user; it's like a lot of other people too. A lot of people see this as like a war and a battle that they have to win, rather than like, oh, like I like this and you don't, or I don't like this and you like it.
Agreed.
They have to be the most correct, objective people in the room. But whenever you're trying to do that in like a fifth grade way, like a very elementary and juvenile mindset and execution, no one's gonna take you seriously. Like, they've done this stuff to me for like, I almost swore. I can't swear on stream.
No, you can swear. We have a... Don't worry, you can swear. We're past the 7-minute point. You can say swear words within reason.
Yeah, sweet. But they've done this shit to me for like years now, and it's like, it never like really hurts my feelings because it's like, it's so dumb that how can I get mad about it?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. That's the thing. How can you be offended by this? It's too stupid. Like, but you can tell. I mean, I think like all things relentlessly after enough times can whittle you down. I think, but like, how can anyone watch this and go like, yeah, no, I'm convinced this is clearly a serious person that needs to be listened to. There's just no way. And if we look quickly, I'm going to do a quick cursory look at the channel real quick here. We got the first row, Star Wars New Hope 50th Anniversary release, no Disney charity event. Okay, there's one mention of Star Wars like as a franchise and not JJ Plagiarisms, Disney Shills, Carly King, plagiarism. A Ray lover has a Star Wars meltdown. Again, that's not really about Star Wars, is it?
No.
Who's new president of Lucasfilm? So charitably, we'll call it industry discussion. Star Wars Explained. Next president. Battlefield 2 is the worst game ever. Fake fans are demanding more That's not the. I would think the microtransactions and gambling elements are the bigger issue with Battlefield 2, but historically. But I digress. Okay, and when Andor comes out, they have actual discussion on Andor. But the problem is, it's like, well, do you know something that's missing, by the way, in this whole discussion that I find very interesting?
What?
Discussions in the Star Wars books. It's
Yeah,
just
and,
the
you
biggest
know-
releases each time.
I actually found a newfound appreciation for Star Wars as a series, which I did not think was possible, Anthony. I thought that, I'd already found the reasons why I appreciate Star Wars and the aspects as to why, but you can look behind me. I've got a bookshelf there, and I've got a bookshelf in front of me filled with Star Wars books. I really got back into reading them last December. It's almost been a year, and I've got to say that reading Star Wars books, especially if you're a fan of the series and maybe you haven't liked some recent stuff, those stories, whether canon or in the expanded universe, I'm not going to say Legends because some people get mad about that, but I think that whether you're reading from either timeline, there's still a story that's for you. But the problem is that these people aren't going to read. I've said it once and I've said it again. So the cool thing is that you have a whole segment of the Star Wars fandom that, and I hate that I'm about to say this because I feel like now these people are going to be like, oh, let's read a book that we're not going to like, just to spite Jacob.
Yeah. Hell,
'cause
make them
never
read
gonna
it.
happen.
Make them read a book they don't like. Be miserable. I can't wait. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna really invest the time to do so, it's just pathetic. But to read a book that you don't want to read, but it's cool because there's a whole part of Star Wars and a whole side of that universe that a lot of people don't know. And I feel like if you love the new stuff, if you don't like the new stuff, there's so many amazing stories to check out. Again, from either timeline, and these people are not going to focus on that. And I think that is part of the reason why I appreciate Star Wars books so much.
That's
and it
fair.
also just got me back into reading, which is a great habit.
That's a great habit, agreed. And it gets you reading Dune, which is the most important thing.
Yes,
I love
exactly.
Dune. I will never not shill Dune. It is bad. It's funny, I just did a video recently on the Hallmark Frankenstein movie. And half the time I'm writing the script, I'm like, it's the guy from Dune! And the background, because the guy, they got playing Victor Frankenstein. He played Paul Atreides in the 2000 sci-fi miniseries. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I grew up with that. I was a teenager. I was watching. It was fantastic. Oh, I can't wait. And you have other guys from that miniseries too, and including William Hurt, who annoys. I'm not a William Hurt fan. I know some people in comments were pissed about that. I'm like, they called William Hurt a bad actor, and oh, he's not that bad. He was good in some things. Nah, he sucks. Which, hey, listen, you're allowed your incorrect opinion, and I'm allowed my correct one. It's totally fine. I'm gonna let a few supers read. What? Go for it. Sorry.
Oh no! I was just gonna say, I love Dune. I thought Dune Messiah was even better. Somehow an even more complex read, arguably, than Dune for being so short. And then Children of Dune actually really surprised me, and so I'm excited to see the story where it goes from here.
Oh, you're going into some weird territory with God Emperor. I'll tell you that right now.
ready.
That's a weird book. I love it, but it's bizarre. Anyway, let some super chats play through real quick. A bunch have piled up. Let's listen to some points from chat.
Taryn Norcross super chatted $2. Reject Star Wars. Embrace Gundam. It's
Yes,
better.
Gundam is better than all other things. I agree. I'm kidding.
Shaim Ferguson super chatted $2. Is Star Wars more fantasy than sci-fi or vice versa?
It's more fantasy. Star Wars is a fantasy series in space.
Zypher 8677 super chatted $2. Ant, do we have to watch this?
No, we cut it off
Disappointed.
halfway. Disappointed, I know. We'll get to better things. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Ultramate super chatted $3.28. Weirdly, I just found out about JJ plagiarism yesterday in our Saltier Thank Crate. IRC your face often appear in that subreddit, Ant.
It's bizarre. I get jump scared by myself whenever I go on Reddit because of that place. It's terrifying.
Zypher 8677 super chatted $5. I hate the term culture war. War implies there are at least two sides vying for control. These are just a bunch of lonely guys whining on YouTube.
100% agree. It's always much more than they make it sound like it is.
John Williams super chatted $4.99. Battlefront 2 actually turned things around, but the initial impression ruined that series.
That's fair. I will say the initial impression is all it needed to ruin it for me. I barely played it after that.
Unga_Bunga 9615 super chatted $3.25. I could grab a group of screeching toddlers and tell them to sing Verdi's Requiem, and it would be more coherent than anything this guy has said so far.
That's valid, depending on who it is you're saying. I'm assuming the Melvin
Jacob
guy.
Billington super chatted $2. I abuse copyright claims on transformative comment.
Oh,
That's bad. That's bad for you in that case. I'll get into that later with another
Darth
topic.
Rumbleface super chatted $1.99. Do you read the books while you Uber?
No, I just read them. I actually listen to audiobooks
They're-
now, like when I'm driving.
Jacob
Anthony-
Billington super chatted $2. Did you cancel your SW explained Patreon sub Jacob?
All right.
Anthony, if it's okay with you and your mods,
Yep.
because I recognize these names,
Uh-huh.
can you ban Darth Rumbleface and Jacob Billington
Sure.
if that's okay with you guys?
That's totally fine. Yeah, I got you. No problem. Putting it into a 24 hours. And
Also, there's a user DVS Lord as well who's commenting that I recognize as well.
all right. Don't worry about a thing. I got you there. All right. You're both in 24 hours for harassment. Baichi, if you see anyone like that, any alts come back for that, make sure you which one? Dry Lord, you said?
DVS Lord,
Oh, yeah. I see you. I see you now, buddy. Okay. 1 second.
that dude is pathetic.
Gotcha. 24 hours
Any Profit
timeout.
super chatted $5.
Thank
Aunt
you.
Graham, congrats on baby. For
Oh,
more
thank
good
you.
sci-fi reading, check out the Revelation Space series.
Revelation Space. I don't know if I've read Revelation Space. That sounds like a good one. I'm down for that. But yeah, no, don't worry about this thing, Jacob. You know, if there's anyone else who's a regular troll, let me know. I'll ban him down.
I didn't want
I'm
to
not
jump in on this stream, but
don't worry about it.
Them pop up, and I was like,
Here's the thing. I do not care. I will ban people if they're being jerks in chat. And if it goes over my head and someone else picks up on it, that's all the better someone catches it. Because I'm not that smart, and a lot of this stuff flies over, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, it's cool. And I just like, oh, that's something. That seems innocuous. I'm not going to ask questions about what they are, but I do accept your money. Thank you very much. Deeply appreciate it. No
God, I wish they
refunds.
did that for me.
No refunds, though. But if any other trolls do want to get banned, please super chat first so I can see your comment and it gets read aloud before I ban you.
Thank you guys
But
so
yeah.
much, and thank you to Anthony's mods.
Oh, no, it's all good. But that's the thing. And I remember we had what's his name, Joey the Backseater. And the mods will make fun of them in the mod chat. Don't worry about that.
Awesome.
Just like they make fun of Joey all the time. What's his name? The Backseater guy. Like he made one time he made 4 separate burner accounts to keep chatting in a conversation. We kept banning all of them. He kept yelling at people in chat for clowning on him too much.
Yeah.
It's
All
funny
these
these
people
guys.
want.
It's
Oh,
all
go ahead.
about attention. Like you got your attention, you
That's
paid money
exactly
for
what
it.
I was about to say. Yep.
Evan, the Neil Deal super chatted $10. You probably figured this, Ant, but Backseater thinks Jacob buys subs. I don't believe Jacob does, but you know what? Melvin might be forced to get past 10k.
That's very true. For the record, Evan here was a part of the Backseater whole thing. Kind of jumped ship after, and helped actually leak a lot of the stuff about them being like creeps. So, yeah, no, Melvin, I am curious though about Melvin here. I don't normally do this on stream because I think it's very childish and petty, but I'm going to do it anyway. Social Blade. Social
no.
Blade, Knights of Melvin real quick
Don't
on
look at mine. Mine is also really bad.
Nah, that's why I don't do it too often. It's usually like just mean. But like most of the time Social Blade's very like they can be a lot because it's like, you know, you're looking at your hang on. Oh, here you go. It wasn't loading crap. Right. Knights of Melvin. I keep track of it to see like statistics and all that on my end, but usually it's, not loading. Okay, come on. YouTube, yes. Knights of Melvin. Oh, there we go. Now it's loading. Cool, excellent. It was having a little trouble there for a second. I guess it was like not something they search for too often on here, I guess. All right, one second. We're gonna get this going here. It's taking a little bit. It's taking a little bit. For whatever reason, it has to hunt a little bit for Melvin. Oh, there you go. There we go. Cool. All right. Cool. So as we're waiting for Social Blade to figure out who Melvin is, there's a lot of different. Me petty? Never. I'm never petty on the internet. I've never been petty with these guys. And again, like the thing is, it's like they put out all these videos. What's his most popular video? I'm gonna move you aside for a second there, buddy. Most popular videos, so I can reach in here. Okay, his most popular video has a staggering 38,000 views. Ah, here we go. Melvin's showing up. I'm gonna bring you back on here for a second so you can see this.
Okay.
So we can see your live reaction to this as they bring it over. So right here.
Oh boy.
Load. There we go. Cool. Excellent. We loaded. Took a second there. Sorry, too many windows here. Okay, Knights of Melvin. C-, which isn't the worst. That's whatever. The arbitrary letters aren't really anything to judge anything by too much. Monthly estimates of earnings are not worth checking. They're always off. They are. I've never seen one that's correct. So don't even use it as an accurate judge. He took down 4 videos the other day. Why is that? That's strange. Why did he remove 4 videos on what day was it?
I think
the 2 days before Halloween. That's interesting. That's usually a sign of concern. Oh, yep.
Infinite Multiverse super chatted $2. If you pay $500, Josh from Den of Nerds will join stream.
$500, Josh from Den of Nerds will pay. I listen, I'm not paying any money to my own stream. What's it gonna do? Go to myself? What am I gonna do? Pay myself money for myself? Come on, man. But look at this channel. They average on a daily basis under 500 views.
Yeah.
These are not big players in the fandom. They're not. Meanwhile,
No.
compared to anyone else, and also, by the way, actually, no, I lied to you. This weekly average is minus 2,500 views. So whatever they got rid of had a lot of different views that they got knocked down. They're not growing. In fact, they're losing subs as much. They've been stagnant since the start of the year. Really, they've lost whatever they gained.
Aunt Jemima super chatted $5. It's hard to get higher views when you aren't buying subs and views like JAICOB.
All right, another ban on the.
That's another one.
Yep, I can tell. But let's talk about this for a second here. I want to talk a little bit about AI and bots in regards to. I'm going to knock off Darth Melvin's thing because I think we got the point. I don't want to humiliate the guy too much on that front, but no one really watches this channel, so it works out. I want to talk a little bit about the metrics of botting views because you see it a lot, and I think a lot of people don't realize it's actually terrible for your channel. You see, the way AI views work in general is if... Can we look at... Okay.
So I was going to say
S.
this too,
Morgan
Anthony. I can't really talk about
2303
views,
super chatted
in that regard.
$1.99.
For
Can we
reasons
look at
I would
Jacob's
love to get into
analytics?
a little bit later.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I'll talk about my analytics then. I don't want to force anything. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Baichi. I'm beating you to ban. Baichi, next one you can ban. Next one you can ban, Baichi. I'm going to move you over the... Also, Jacob, for whatever reason, Venom was smothering your face, so I hope you don't mind that on stream. But I want to talk a little bit about views. So, right here, one thing that's worth discussing is that when you have AI bots watch your channel, they do not count as a long period watched. No. One issue with AI views in general is if you have bots watch your channel, they can't engage with the video. So that knocks down a couple metrics right there. They're not clicking on the video. They're not liking the video. They're not leaving comments on the video. And that tells YouTube people aren't engaging with the topic and they de-recommend your stuff. A big issue with view botting is it can negatively affect you. Now, people often insist that other people are botting their channels up. Wish they could bot their channels up. That's what they want to do for themselves. They want that. And that's where they're projecting onto others what they think other people are doing. But really, most successful, and mind you, they are, of course, bots that do exist online that just randomly touch up or click on videos. That happens. YouTube, though, is very good at knocking those off. Now, what can happen, which is more likely in many cases, is there's an element of YouTube called the promote feature, where you can promote your video to an audience. This is legitimate. It's on the back end of YouTube. It's a function that matters and it functions. I don't touch it ever, because when they promote your video, they're not promoting it to viewers who are likely to click on and keep watching. They're going to countries that usually don't speak the language that you speak. They click on it. Here you don't speak their language and click off of it. There are also certain agencies that hire people to professionally click on videos to boost them up. That's also a bad metric, because YouTube can kind of catch on to this. They can say, okay, this is something that we can tell these views aren't reliable data points, whatever, and it de-emphasizes the channel in the algorithm. So there's a lot of elements there when people say you're buying subs, or you're buying bots, that, if you were doing that, it's going to hurt the long term of your channel. So, I don't touch that stuff, because it's like playing with fire. I feel like Darth Melvin, and of course these guys have been haranguing you about it for years, that whole concept. I'm not going to ask about it. But sorry.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, I actually would love to kind of talk about that.
Okay.
And clear that up just a little bit, if that's
okay.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I'm sorry for dominating the conversation there. I was just talking from my perspective. So
no. Listen, Anthony, it's your stream. I'm a guest on your stream. I'm just glad to be here.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I would like to use this as an opportunity, because I feel like it's kind of the perfect time to bring this up. So for those that don't know, I have a channel called Lightspeed, and it's sitting at about a little over 50,000 subscribers right now. And the reason why is because whenever I was starting out my channel, I didn't mind investing a little bit in my channel. And I've had YouTube channels before, one that had 6,000 subscribers and one that had, I think only a couple hundred. I didn't keep that one for very long, because I was that was about the time where I was I want to start talking about Star Wars instead of just everything. And you'll notice if you look at my recent videos, because I just rebranded the channel, and I'll get to that in a minute. I don't have many views on those videos, but there's some videos that have a lot of views, over 1,000 views, stuff like that. Not all of them were promoted with Google Ads, but whenever I was
Infinite Multiverse super chatted $2. Wait, why can't we look at Jacob's analytics?
Okay, so
that is another one of his goons.
I'll let Baichi get this one, because I feel like I've stolen Baichi's chance at meeting these channels.
Gotcha.
Here's the thing. I am not going to log into another channel's account and show you their background analytics on stream when I'm streaming, because that would log me out of my account and offer a backdoor to get into their account from my end. And I'm not going to give Jacob a security risk, because, to prove a point of any kind. Even if you asked me to, I wouldn't do that, because it would be a security risk on your end.
And I even said to you in the DMs a couple days ago, I literally have them on my phone. I took screenshots of all of the Google ads that I paid for out of my own pocket, because I was in a position to where I was I want to promote my channel. I had never really used Google ads before, so I didn't realize the negative kind of effects that they can have. Because again, they will bring in views, they might bring in subscribers, but the problem is that it doesn't guarantee engagement or community. So what happens is you might have videos that blow up, and you might have videos that get a lot of likes, and you might get a bunch of subscribers. But the problem is that it doesn't guarantee them coming back to watch your stuff again. So it's kind of Google and YouTube being hey, you can give us a little bit more money, and then maybe it'll blow up your channel a little bit more, and you'll get what you want. it's all an unfortunate capitalistic cycle, I fear.
Exactly.
In a lot of ways. And so that is why my views have kind of dropped substantially, because whenever I was rebranding my channel, I was like, I don't want to over rely on this stuff anymore. And I feel like I kind of want to be a little bit more personable. I don't want to be like, what's up, guys? How's it going? Anymore. I kind of wanted my channel to feel like you're sitting down and talking to a friend about Star Wars, because a lot of the best conversations that I've had about this franchise have been in my car with a friend, or sitting down with a friend and just talking about what we like, what we don't like, stuff like that. And I wanted my channel to be that. And if I'm paying all this money, which I can't really do anymore, but if I pay all this money,
DW
to-
super
Wait,
chatted
sorry, I'm
$2.
gonna pause so you
And
just
I
after
love
this.
your videos. Congrats on your son.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I forgot to pause subs as you're talking. I'm so sorry. But thank
Anthony,
you. But thank you
you're
for
all
the.
good.
But thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it. As you were.
But
So sorry.
no, it's okay. Again, though, it's like one of those things to where whenever I was kind of rebranding my channel, I was like, I don't want to over rely on this anymore, because at the end of the day, I don't really care if I get a couple hundred views. I don't care if I get 50 views on a video or 1,000 views. It's never been about views. It's been about the content that I want to make for my channel, and my channel should be a reflection of myself. And whenever you over rely on Google Ads, it can just have a lot of negative side effects and kill engagement for your channel. And part of the reason why I felt, Anthony, and I didn't know if I was going to talk about this on stream or not. I know that we talked about it privately before the stream, but part of the reason why I did pay to promote my channel through Google Ads, which again, I'm not going to show the receipts for those, although I have them, and I can maybe even send them to you privately to confirm and validate. I don't want to show them on stream because I don't want to potentially dox myself.
Yeah. That was one thing we discussed too. You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna show this on screen." Like, maybe don't. You may have your credit card information or something on there, or address, or something just overlooked. Don't do that.
Dude,
Or they'll figure it out.
Is, like,
The last 4
Night
digits, they'll figure it out.
knocking on my door. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
But no, I part of the reason why I did over rely on it, I think, and that was a mistake on my behalf, and I'll admit that. And if you're a YouTuber that's just starting out or somebody that wants to make videos, I don't recommend it. The reason why I did over rely on it in a lot of ways is because anytime that I uploaded my videos, they would get disliked bombed by people like the one that we just saw, and their buddies and stuff like that, and their friends. Like, they would all kind of like gang up on me for some reason, and they would just leave like nasty, heinous comments. Even still to this day, I get them. Not even just about me, but about my family. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, people
and
are
they have
people
no
are
stake in the
vicious.
game.
Oh yeah, no, they have no stake in the
And-
game. None.
Dude, I literally paid to promote this stuff in a lot of ways early on, because I was like, God willing, maybe the YouTube algorithm will push it to somebody to where this won't be as much of a problem anymore, because it's just like, it got exhausting, because I never was like hurt by these people. I feel like yes, they said some hurtful things here and there, but I wasn't as much hurt, Anthony, as I was just recognizing how annoyingly persistent these very immature individuals were, to the point to where I was like, it's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, I hear
there's
you.
no rationalizing with these individuals. Like, they're going to try to get clips from this live stream, I guarantee it.
Oh,
And they're going to
100%.
try to talk about me and probably you as well. And that's because they're too lazy to make their own content. And the content they do make, I use this term, they just want to
yeah.
get content out to get attention. They want a reaction, and that's all they ever want. And this is the
Exactly.
last thing I'll say, and I'll stop yapping, I promise. But,
No, it's all good. I'm bringing up something that I'm gonna show you that I've kind of not talked about too much to illustrate how I know what you're talking about entirely. But we'll get to that in a second. But keep talking. I'm sorry. I was just getting something. I was just getting a clip set up for another point I want to bring up at some point.
You're all good. The last thing I was gonna say was that, they're just annoyingly persistent. They want attention. They want a reaction. And that's something that for a while I had to kind of come to terms with personally, to where like I don't need to call these people out to make it look stupid. They're going to do that already. They don't need much help, you know. To where I don't necessarily need to call out their heinous behavior and awful actions to everybody, because if anybody with a brain looks at their account for more than like 2 seconds, they're going to recognize that these people aren't great, and that they're not about talking about Star Wars. They're not about talking about what they like and what they don't like. They just want to harass people that like the new stuff and go after the cast and crew and the people in charge. It's obviously their fault, and it's a war that they have to win, and it's just pathetic. And
Exactly.
you know, I just like, I really wish that more people knew that, like, what really sucks again is that, like, it's just so disheartening to talk about because it's something that I've been dealing with for years. And, you know, I've had to come to terms with a lot of this personally and just kind of be like, personally, I'm not choosing to engage with any of their stuff anymore. I'm not choosing to give them a reaction. But I figured I kind of wanted to have a public stream with someone at some point as kind of like a hopefully end all be all type thing, to where I talk about it publicly with somebody that I know will listen and will give me that platform outside of the one that I already have. And whenever we started talking and you kind of asked me about it, I said this to you privately, but I'm going to say it again on stream. I'm very grateful and appreciative that you have allowed me to come on here and talk about, you know, all of this stuff in a public way with an audience outside of my own. I really am grateful for that.
It means no, dude, anytime. By the way, we got a comment here from Westside Tyler. How's it going, Tyler, by the way? Who has a pretty good channel if you watch it yourself. I think it's important. I think it should be quoted. There's actually another comment I saw too I'm going to bring up, and I'm not going to have some chats play afterwards. But, bro, I haven't heard any of these guys give a positive critique of anything in years outside of saying they goon to it. Yeah, that's all they do. They just goon to Star Wars, and that's about it. Or the idea of it anyway. They haven't, like, none of these videos. I knocked off. I knocked you off there, Jacob. 1 second. Let's be perfectly honest. None of these videos are actually talking about Star Wars in any meaningful capacity. They're just taking the skin suit of Star Wars, slipping their feet into it, and walking around like it's feety pajamas, and that's about it. All you did was you used the in-app applications and offered techniques. Oh, thanks, by the way, about the kid's a handful already. I'll tell you that right now. All you did was take the systems of YouTube that they tell you to use because they think it's going to help you grow your channel, and you trusted that the company had your best interests at heart and wasn't just making a trap for your channel to fall into. That's not botting. That's not buying bots. That's not boosting your channel artificially. That's using the mechanisms of the algorithm, and it just so happens it's like, you know, you're chasing the white rabbit. You know, it says, oh, this time you got this much, and then you do this much more and invest in it, but it doesn't always help, you know, and it's rough. People don't really know that about YouTube. It's a tricky thing. Is the audio?
And
no, go for it.
I just want to make sure I was okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
I don't want to talk too much under your stream is the thing, but I just like, again, it's a tricky thing because it's like, if you want to do something like that, go for it. If you have the funds to do it, and that's how you want to promote your stuff. Anything wrong with that.
And by the way, Randall, I see your comment. That's the next point I'm going to bring up. So, Randall, don't repeat it a second time. I've already seen it. Don't worry. You're coming up. Don't worry. So, sorry, as you were. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was reading it too a little bit. I was like looking down.
Nah, it's all good.
But it was like one of those things where if you want to do that, there's nothing wrong with that, and I want to put that out there. Personally, I will never use it again because of how it affected my channel. It did not give me the desired results that I wanted. Like, sure, it gave me views and it gave me a few subscribers here and there, but it just ultimately wasn't worth it. And even though my views are much lower now, like, honest to God, Anthony, like, I'm more content and more happy making content now than I was whenever I started.
That's all counts.
And I feel like, you know, I found my aesthetic there, and, you know, like, it got to a point to where the latest stuff, like, I would be like, wow, I got over 100 views, and like the views felt like they meant something again rather than something like purely artificial.
Oh yeah, no, they're earned is what it is. And I also noticed you're doing well with shorts too. At least you did well with shorts when I was taking a look at the channel. That's a whole
lot of shorts.
Yeah, shorts are good. Shorts are a great way. But again, the thing with shorts is that there's not always a crossover with with long form viewers. That's a big thing a lot of people who do shorts who get popular have to contend with. Again, YouTube's its own ecosystem. It's complicated, but it's all a matter of making stuff you like and feel proud of on this platform. I do want to bring up this one comment I'm getting in comments. Jacob is from Randall. Jacob, I need to ask you, are you aware of who I Love Kim Possible a lot is? Because a lot of the characteristics of Melvin and his lot I see before from KP. And this is actually something I was thinking of bringing up the entire time, though it might seem strange because that's a whole... I'm not sure how closely you've been following that drama. Are you familiar with it, or do I have to give you like a TLDR version of this saga?
Give me the TLDR version of the saga.
Okay, so this is something I actually know. I actually know KP, and short for I Love Kim Possible, which I'm not going to repeat every 5 seconds because, God, why would I do that? KP is a brony YouTuber. Oh, sorry, My Little Pony YouTuber turned cartoon reviewer who was friends with the extremely controversial YouTuber Lily Orchard. Again, now the look of what that means comes. She spread an allegation about YouTuber Saberspark, one of the biggest cartoon YouTubers on the platform, that Saberspark had assaulted a girl at a convention in 2012, I want to say it was. The allegation, to make a long story short, turned out not to be true. It was demonstrably not true. The person who came forward with the allegation was a deeply unreliable person. And KP promoted the story through a big video she put out, a big promotion behind it. And a lot of commentary channels were like, hey, you made stuff up, you lied, you twisted information, this is kind of cruddy of you. And she flipped out on every single person who wronged her. And it turned out KP actually did the entire video because she's a vindictive person who just hates people who have ever wronged her at any point in her life and can't help but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Make content about them obsessively years after the fact. And so, much like Melvin, she couldn't get out of her own way. And she kept trying to make these bizarre videos, like trying to say why she was right and why, she was just trying to open a conversation about things, and these people were out to get her and this, that, and the third. And the more she fought, the more it's like with quicksand in the old movies. The more you fight it, the faster you sink. And so... I feel there's a lot of parallels with this story. Mind you, no one's accusing anyone, I hope not, of assault, falsely. That one JJ plagiarism video, it sounded like it was going down that path, so I'm not going to say for sure no one's doing that. But, it's the terminally online behavior. It's that sense of like, you can crush your enemies if you make one more response video. You can demolish, take over the world, so to speak. If you do the one more response, it's all you need, and you'll be good to go. You'll be set for life if you. And then she started copyright striking all of her critics, who I believe now I was seeing. I believe Beckett and Fauci just got their videos reinstated, I think. I think I saw that. But I'm not... I haven't really been keeping track of it lately because, I've been raising a kid and not as terminally online as I usually like to be.
It's a little bit more important, yeah.
Yeah, childbearing... Actually, it's funny is, when you're trying to get them to sleep, sometimes Twitter is a distraction. You can look at your phone, like, okay, here you go. Walking back and forth for the 5th time in a row. Oh, what's going on Twitter? Something like that. But anyway, I wanted to bring something up too. Oh, let me first play some super chats, actually. Let's play some supers, because I've been pausing them for a bit. A lot are backed up. Oh, I'm not sure what's happened just there. Oh, sorry.
Baichi Apiadera super chatted $5. Star Wars fans have a lot in common with Miraculous fans. If you like certain things or characters, you get trolled to death. Star Wars fans hate SW.
Yeah, Star Wars, there's the old saying that no one hates Star Wars fans as much as Star Wars. Jacob is hopefully proving otherwise with promoting a positive side of Star Wars fandom. But again, and I want to bring up something too. I'm going to be deeply vulnerable with you and everyone online. I, for one, know exactly how you feel with online harassment campaigns because I've been involved with them for years in terms of the receiving end. I'm going to show you all a video that was made before I even had a YouTube channel. Directed at me. Mind you, no audience on YouTube, just a Twitter account and about 1,000 bylines of writing. This is a video from good old one of Eric July's defenders. Are you familiar with who Eric July is, Jacob?
I can't say I am.
Eric July is about 500,000 subscriber account. This is not Eric July's channel. It's one of his fans. Eric July was heavily involved with a movement called Comicsgate, which is a consumer revolt, they called themselves, against the mainstream comic industry, based because comics had too many women in them, I guess. Anyway, move your face over a little bit so you're not blocking what we're going to see here, though there's nothing really to see. This video was made, when was this made? This is old. Nope, here we go. Another super chat coming in.
Adrian Parkman super chatted $4.99. So far size I Red Heart Kim possible a lot video hasn't been copyright struck yet.
Neither is mine, which is strange. You would think she would target Cy and me, considering collective history, but I guess she's more upset with Beckett. I don't know. Anyway, this came out May 18th, 2023. And I'm going to play the intro here. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to skip around, mainly to myself, because I get a whole chapter. Mind you, no YouTube channel. I don't have an account on this yet. I just have a bunch of articles. But I'm right here. I'm very prominent. My profile picture has not changed in...
Oh, wow.
And what's funny is some of these guys I've known already. Some of these I've met since or talked to since. It's some of these people I haven't seen in years on Twitter. I guess their accounts got taken down or something. Anyway.
Welcome. In this video, I present to you the top detractors of Eric July since the summer of 2022 to May of 2023.
The militarized sounding voice. Mind you, this is maybe an AI voice. I don't know, because this is old. This is years ago. If there's text to speak, it's old and outdated. But yeah, there's me, dead center on screen. Mind you, these guys all have channels that had at the time still do. They still have channels. I'm just some guy. Just some guy on the internet, and that's what they would do. They'd hyper focus on people and be, that's not it's pretty bad. Anyway, let's keep going with this for a little bit.
There are many more, but these are the most consistent haters. This is Eric July's Rogue Gallery.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so Eric July's Rogue Gallery includes me, apparently. By the way, the funniest thing is that Eric July would later get into other arguments with other members of Comicsgate, which were way more prolific than any conference. There was a video I saw from a right-wing account, in fairness, about how about the history of Comicsgate, and it was all about how this movement was torn apart by its own big members. I never got a mention because I was not an important part of the story. But Eric July and other members of Comicsgate fighting, that was a big deal. They're not on this video, because why would they ever focus on the infighting that actually destroyed their movement? That'd be silly. And by the way, most of these movements, when you deal with egos, eventually someone's going to do something stupid and tear themselves apart.
That's what I keep telling myself too.
Yeah, because they're not well-made movements at all. And I'm gonna go with since Shellcast is on, I'll just play one of
The
these
Fandom
guys.
Initiative is a group of woke people on a mission to counter anti-woke sentiment on YouTube. They feel as though the YouTube algorithm pushes harmful content to fans who are at risk of indoctrination by consuming repetitive right-wing rage bait videos.
Nothing ever changes. This is the same conversation we're having now. And again, actual fandom, I know. Eric Reloaded, Organized Chaos. I've streamed with them multiple times. They've read lines in my videos. I know these guys. They're doing it for the love of the game. But again, they're just treating it like a militarized battle. These are the targets. We have to fight these guys. And it's who cares? Ultimately, none of this has any merit on your life, dudes.
Exactly.
It's like a video no one wants. And again, the engagement ratio is not even that good. Look, it's 13,000 views, 600 likes. It's like people clicked off of this before even finishing it. Usually, like, my average video at this point has like close to 1,000 likes or somewhere around that by this point. This gets half of that. These people aren't even engaging with the video. It's almost sad, really, after 2 years. Anyway, like organized chaos would later debate Eric July. But here's what they say about me, because again, oh, Chloe's on here? Chloe, why was Chloe on there? She wasn't. Anyway, that's beside the point.
Anthony Gramuglia is a freelance writer. Pronouns he, him. Covers entertainment, social issues, video games, movies, books, comic books, internet controversies, reviews, and LGBTQ-related issues.
Not really.
Anthony earned a master's in fine arts.
Again, that's the point right there. Goes my account right there. See right here.
Rip-a-verse because he is a contributor for The Blaze. Anthony.
Yeah. So I point out that he's a contributor to the Blaze Media, Eric July. And that got apparently enough attention on this one. And again, they go through all this kind of stuff, and it's like, what is this, like 3 minutes? He spends most of talking about a typo on the an old About Me page I collected all my writing on it. And again, all publicly available information, nothing too serious. But it's all just tweets. That's it. And it's like,
yeah,
who cares? This video got no views, essentially, in the vast scheme of things. No one got this far in the video. No one really cared. The comments are like, oh, well, these are my comments to put the big, got a like. That's funny. I forgot about that. I forgot I did that. I left a comment. I rediscovered this. I left a comment. Huh. Funny that, huh? I'm nothing if not petty. But again, like, all of this is like nothing. None of it added up to anything. Because his movement collapsed based on his own inaction. He got into fights with his own peers, and that's what destroyed his entire like reputation. And now Eric July gets views more than Melvin, I guess. But, you know, hey, 500,000 subscribers, and he's pulling in. How much is Eric July pulling in right now? I'm curious. Because again, also the Birdman has done way more to hold Eric July accountable than anyone else. Let's get right here. Let's bring this in real quick. Young Rippa. Okay. Oh, he's down subscribers. Wow. He was over 500. Now he's at 489. Okay. Okay. So he's posted a bunch of videos this week. Now, Jacob, a channel with over 500,000 subscribers, what do you think the average video should be, roughly, in terms of view count?
You said 500,000?
500,000, 500,000 views.
Oh.
And this is a guy that posts a video like out every couple of days.
You know, it can vary, but I would say it needs to be pretty like high up there.
Yeah, pretty high up there, right? Well, give a number. What do you think? Like on the average video?
At minimum, like 80K.
80K
like
video?
100K.
100K video?
Yeah.
Okay, like that.
Roughly.
So about like a fifth of your subscriber base, roughly, right? Roughly. You know, with give and take. You can have a few days where you have an off day, right? But, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, here's his view counts of his average videos. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Eric July's videos. Let's see. Okay, this one just came out 20 minutes ago, so I'm not going to bother with that one. One came out 7 hours ago, less than 2,000 views. Over a week ago, a Star Wars video over a week ago, just under 9,000. The big 10,000 one, I reacted on stream to a while back, and everyone was talking about 4,000, 3,000, 4,000, 3,000, 7,000, 8,000, 8,000, 15,000. And this is a month back, you know. For a channel that big, these are really bad numbers.
Right.
And again, I'm not acting like numbers are everything. They're not at all. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying, if you're going to be a channel that's reactionary. Oh, hey. Oh, Kyla's here. Oh, God. Kyla also, mod friend of the channel, Kyla T. Also very well acquainted with who Eric July is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no. But again, these are videos that just aren't, they're just kind of dying. And it's because I think that he jumped full ship into the grifter war. He jumped full blown into fighting people online and like reacting to things. And you can only do that for so long before you get bored of it. Because you're not really saying anything unique. You're not saying anything personal. You're just kind of responding to what other people are doing. And you're not doing anything for yourself, you know? And that's not good. it's a dangerous trap to fall into, I think, if you react to things too much. And again, I react to things, but also make stuff, you know? You have to find a balance, you know? But, and you're working on stuff right now that's some of your best work, you know?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No,
I definitely
true.
wanted a different vibe because, like, if you go back to my earlier videos, please don't play them. But if you go back to my earlier videos, it's like they're very much like, all right, so this is what I think of this movie, and it got to a point to where like I was so tired after recording stuff like that, and I was like, that's part of the reason why I wanted to change my whole like vibe for the channel, because I was like, you know, I don't want to feel like I have to cover everything new. I want to make videos on what I want to talk about, whether it's a movie, show, book, comic, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you said earlier that it's about positivity, and I'm trying to come at it from like a positive angle. And yes, I do want to like share what I appreciate about Star Wars, but I need people to also know, and I don't mind saying this on stream now, that like it's okay to be critical and negative of things that you enjoy. It's just kind of how you go about it, you know? My thing, almost more than positivity, what I would rather be seen as is someone who is at the very least respectful, you know, and wants to have a respectful discussion about something that, you know, maybe you mutually enjoy and appreciate as well. And it's like, unfortunately, because of this whole like grifter mindset that we've seen with not just people going after me, but people going after you, and there's plenty of others online, they overpopulate it to where like it's like they've kind of drank too much of their own kind of like
Kool-Aid,
mantra, I guess. It's like, but the point of acknowledging them, and again, part of the reason why I wanted to do the stream with you today is to just kind of it be an end all be all, because it's just so ad nauseum to just constantly keep going like after them. And you're just basically giving them what they want. They want that attention. How do I know how do I know that they want attention? Because they were literally paying you money to give it to them.
Oh, yeah.
Like on stream tonight. Those are direct audience members of the people that they're fans of, you know?
By the way, if anyone's still in chat who is from that audience, you are more than welcome to still send me more money. I will not reject that at all. I will happily take your money. I gotta buy diapers, man.
Those are expensive. I did not realize how expensive diapers were.
Dude, diapers are, oh, man. Because listen, you'll change your kid's diaper, right? And you'll be like, okay, we're good. You just went to the bathroom. You're fine. And then 5 seconds later, 5 seconds, doesn't even take that long. You need new diapers. And it's like, oh, well, I guess that's gone. And then you better make sure you get them on quick, because what might happen is they might pee and then they stain their shirt. And then you're like, okay, now I got to change your shirt too on top of everything else. So your water bill goes up, your diaper bill goes up, and then they're hungry. So, you know, it all comes down to that. But again,
I just
like,
had a friend who had a baby, and it was, they were telling us like diapers are just so expensive.
Diapers are the biggest expense, man. That's half the cost right there. And again, like his thing too online. I want to get back to a topic that you were mentioning too. Before because I could talk about babies all day. I feel bad talking about personal stuff like that too often. One thing I feel like it's not as interesting if I talk about my. I don't know. That's a whole hang up I have personally, but I feel like with these channels especially, you get this ecosystem of the hit piece, right? That's a big thing with the internet.
Yeah.
I was just responding to one the other day where someone, this one person tried to do a, oh, Anthony's a lying grifter, he's terrible video. And I responded, and you know, he got pissed off. But ultimately, it is part of the ecosystem of YouTube, where people will make content about each other, and you can do one of two things. You can either go again and again and again and again and go back and forth, or you can respond effectively once and then that's it. And then if they keep spiraling, they're playing catch up. You know, a good response sometimes can really silence a lot of the attention they get. Not the critic themselves, but the attention that they get. It kind of smothers it. One big thing with the KP situation, right? The I Love Kim Possible Lot situation. Oh, hang on. Super chat coming in. More money.
Zypher 8677 super chatted $5. Not a hater, but I want to give Ant money and roast him for his Battlefield Earth camera angle.
Fair enough. I'll accept
Slightly
that.
Smiling face.
There you go.
Spot super chatted $5 for the diaper fund. Much love from the BEST side.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, the diaper fund's a whole thing. I mean, don't worry. We're doing our streams every week. We're putting out our videos. We're going okay with everything. But no, like in general, like a lot of this stuff is, it's the ecosystem online, but there are ways to respond to criticism, ways not to, and there's critics who are worth engaging with and when not. I usually only respond to critics if I feel there is material worth engaging with or some idea beyond just, hey, I'm not that, don't say that about me. I want to make sure there's a tangible value to the audience. Otherwise, it's just petty squabbling. That's what Twitter's for. and that's safe for Twitter arguments where there's no actual value to the audience and I'm just like arguing with people. That's a Twitter discussion. YouTube is a value proposition. What am I giving you in terms of material? Oh God, Baichi, I'm so sorry.
Baichi Apiadera super chatted $2. Hashtag WATCHMIRACULOUSLADYBUG.
Watch Miraculous
You
Ladybug.
knew this was coming.
I'll watch Miraculous Ladybug. I'll do a video on it at some point. You happy, Baichi?
Adrian Parkman super chatted $4.99. I don't fully agree with Anthony on some occasions, yet I find him interesting on some subjects.
That's a good point. That's a fair point because, again, what's important, I think what is ultimately important, less so if you agree with me on everything, more so if you find what I say interesting. Because I do not expect everyone to agree with every take I make. That'd be stupid of me to think. I don't expect to be right every time either. That would also be stupid of me to think. What I do want to do is make it so that my point is presented in a way that you find compelling, that you find intriguing in some way, and you come back next week for the next video. If I do that, my job is complete. I've done my job if I'm interesting enough for you to come back. And it's important to keep that going. It's important to keep that engaged. So another super chat coming in.
LeBob Blanco 253 super chatted $5. Black shirt, Kraken voice, verge of tears, Trump hair, no mustache, admitting to buyin' views. What is going on, Jacob? Hashtag fraud speed, hashtag punch it.
Thanks for the money. Can you send more money? I appreciate
literally
it.
Just gave him $5.
Yeah.
You're literally proving everything that I've said on stream right. Like, genuinely, it's ridiculous. And Anthony, I do want to say this as well.
Yep.
Now that I feel like this stupid person has given me the opportunity to say it.
Go for it.
There was one day to where like these people just were so annoyingly persistent and caught me on like a bad day. And this was like years ago by this point, but I remember it. And I remember I was like in my car, or I was not in my car. Where was I? I had just walked out of a store and I got in my car and I looked at my phone and I turned off my phone and put it in my pocket. And I was like, I looked around and I was like, nobody cares. Nobody is going to say anything. That is how insignificant these people are. It's they're not interested in criticizing me. They're interested in using me as a way to express how much they hate kind of like an idea or a concept. You know what I mean? Like, it's so just
100%.
immature and dumb. And it's like, you need to also understand that, like, and I'm going to just speak to the people directly that I know are going to be watching this for a second.
By the way, actually, Jacob, let me set you up real quick. I have to run to the bathroom real quick, so I'll give you the floor to go all out. Let me just, because otherwise I'll pause the stream. It's more fun if you handle everything. I'm going to pause super so when it all comes back, I can hear everything that you say. I'm going to set you up 1 second. Let me give you the full center frame for this, because it's a good opportunity for me to run away for a second. I'll be right. Stop streaming the stream. Cool. You are now the man. You are now the man dog. You now own the stream for the next, I don't know how long it takes me to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. You got this. Got the floor. Floor is yours, man.
Well, to everybody that is that has been watching, or maybe you just popped in case you don't know, my name is Jacob. I like to talk about Star Wars on the internet, and I am very grateful for Anthony allowing me to kind of express my thoughts here. We'd been talking about it for a while in DMs prior to the stream, and I was just kind of like, I have so many thoughts, and I've kind of dealt with this personally for so long, and I feel like just recently I've kind of overcome a lot of this personally to where I've recognized this is what I need to do and stuff like that. And I feel like I've done it personally. Maybe I need to do it publicly in a way that's not just my audience on like Twitter or somewhere like that. And it got to a point to where I just saw myself talking down here. It's like it's so surreal seeing another person's channel and me being just the screen. But I told Anthony that I really appreciated him giving me the opportunity to kind of express my thoughts publicly with him tonight. And to everybody listening, I've read a lot of the comments here and there. I do appreciate some kind words that I've seen. And it is really fun kind of poking fun at these very immature people with Anthony. Them spending their own money just to simply hate, I think is just ridiculous and so counterintuitive. And, you know, whether you want to be positive about something or you want to be negative about something, I think at the end of the day, it's really about being respectful. And that's a big piece of fandom. You know, it's that you're staying with something, even though you'd recognize that what might not work for you works for somebody else, you know, to where, you know, I know that for me, and I'm just going to make this quick, when it comes to like the Jurassic World movies, I like the first two, but the past two haven't really been for me. But I still am a fan of Jurassic Park and want the best for that series. And I have friends and friends with young kids that love those movies and that have young kids, I should probably say. And they love those movies and they really appreciate them. And who am I to tell them that the movies just aren't good just because I don't like them, you know? But I think Anthony's coming back, so I'm excited to have more of a discussion with him. There he is.
Okay, I've returned. Let's unpause supers. I saw one already got deleted. I love this. It's great.
Oh, there was another one while I was
Daimyo
talking?
super chatted $5.
Oh.
I feel like you're one voice crack away from sounding like Michael Jackson hee hee.
Oh, I do want
That's
to.
not even a good. That's not even a good joke, man. Really? That's what you spent $5 on? That wasn't even. Okay. Hey. Thank you for the $5. Jesus, that wasn't even. That wasn't even like a good joke. That's like that's your one and done, and that's what you go for. Okay.
I got a better joke. Somehow
Yeah,
Anthony
dude.
returned.
Dude, at least be funny, you know? Like, at least have a funny gag if that's what you're gonna go for. Somehow Anthony returned. I love that. I love it. That is funny.
Anthony, that's actually my friend Hannah. From
Oh,
earlier,
nice.
Who's my podcast co-host.
Adrian
And it was
Parkman
really
super
funny. I
chatted
didn't do it, but I just saw the
$4.99.
comment.
Wait one
I
second.
know
While
what
you were
Jacob and
gone-
Anthony did last ST summer. Admit it, Jay.
I know what Anthony and Jacob did last summer. Oh my God, no. Oh no, what did we do? Watch Star Wars together in frolicking fields? But no, Hannah.
no.
So yes, nice to meet you, Hannah, by the way.
No, but she was like, what was it? She was like, Jacob, quick, plug our podcast.
Yes,
while you
do
were
it.
gone. And I didn't do it, but I just saw the comment right after she said it. And then when your mod said, Jacob, watch Miraculous Ladybug.
Yeah. So do you know about Miraculous Ladybug? Because this is like a whole thing.
I know what it is. I haven't seen it.
You're probably better off. I mean, no, it's great. No, watch it immediately. I'll watch Miraculous Ladybug eventually. I've watched some of it and I liked it. And now that I have a kid, I have more of an excuse to watch like shows that are like outside what I normally would watch. Because like just in general, like I want, you know, one thing I want to watch at some point now that I have a kid is I'm going to have to watch Spidey and His Amazing Friends, the pre-K Spider-Man cartoon, because now I have a young kid and there's so much Spider-Man stuff around the house. I'm gonna have to show someone Spider-Man eventually, so I have to set him up young to get him ready for the to watch Spidey. So I'm thinking of watching that and going like, how does this fit in with the lore of Spider-Man? How does this show for young pre-K children line up with the established lore of Spider-Man? Now, while you're still here, I do want to talk a little bit about Star Wars because I feel like there's a lot going on here. Because
Oh yeah.
one topic that I think is worth discussing with Star Wars, especially, is that we tend to get a discussion a lot of the whole quote unquote Disney shill for Star Wars, which I know is a goofy thing to say.
You almost made me spit out my drink. It's like that's like a Winter Soldier activation word for me by this point.
It's one of the goofiest things possible. It's so dumb and so goofy. So what exactly qualifies something as like qualifies someone as a Disney shill, and how do I how do I get in on that? Because you know all that money, you know, I like free money. Do we have to talk to like the do we have to do the secret handshake with Mickey Mouse outside of the Cinderella Castle? Is that what we gotta do? We gotta, you know.
Well, that's what I did. I don't know if it's that way for everybody,
I see,
but
so
I'm just.
to. There you go. I love that.
I think that I think like people.
Can you imagine if Disney actually gave like free money? It's funny too because I know people who like. So I know of certain accounts who do get Disney money, and I'll tell you who they are. It's not the movie critics, it's the theme park enthusiasts, because they get free passes to events. They get like the free cuisine to review the parks and review the new cruises and all that. They're the closest you ever get to Disney shills because like they're actually on like lists for Disney to get certain attractions. That's the reality of it. And no, book reviewers do not get special treatment. They just get the books. That's not the getting a $12 book in the mail is not the same thing as riding a new Disney cruise ship for free. This is a world of difference with your family.
I think that people get like, especially whenever it comes to Star Wars, because that's where I just kind of see a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people kind of confuse liking the new projects with blindly praising Disney, and usually it's like the people like the ones that we discussed prior on the live stream that are kind of pushing that narrative. And it's like, that's just not true. You can love Star Wars and still criticize Disney, you know, like, look, I know how this is going to sound. I know I like these movies outside of themselves. The sequel trilogy means a lot to me. And I would even classify those as my favorites, even though I know that is an unpopular opinion.
There's a hot take. I will give you that one. I've said this before. I think The Last Jedi is a very good movie that is marred by maybe an audience that wasn't receptive to the risks it took. I think Force Awakens is fun enough, but I feel like it is stagnated by trying to adhere too close to a structure. Oh, here we go, one right here.
John Williams super chatted $4.99. The lady who does Trooper Mom is probably my favorite shill.
That's fair. That's very fair. Oh God, that's very fair. No, but like I think Rise of Skywalker, I think, is one of my. It's fun. It's one of those movies where it's fun enough, but I do feel like the severe drop off in quality from Last Jedi really hampered it. And I went into detail more in my Last Jedi video, but I think like the movie itself, it is so, I don't know, safe is the word I'm looking for. I feel like that one, my issue with the Disney era of Star Wars is it's just too safe sometimes. And I think Disney's, I don't think it's Kathleen Kennedy necessarily. I think it's like Bob Iger. I think it's like the Disney company getting cold feet whenever they can really push further. Because you get stuff like Andor, which is fantastic. I love Andor.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible. I think Skeleton Crew, really good show as well. That was really excellent. The first two seasons of The Mandalorian, really, really good. I think even The Acolyte, there's a lot of ambition there that I think doesn't pan out as well as it could have. I think The Acolyte has some problems, but the ambition is respectable. The ambition behind that project is really admirable. It tried something really different, or tried something very similar to the prequels, you know, depending on how you look at it, you know. But, you know, people just weren't receptive to it for a number of reasons. And mainly by people, I mean critics online because apparently it was one of the more widely watched shows on Disney Plus, which is crazy. That one of the most widely online hated was also consistently more watched than a lot of the other stuff they put out, and they canceled it. Which is crazy to me. Again, I think it's the Disney company. Yeah, it sucks. I think it's the Disney company that makes
it's so sad too, because like that show takes place within the High Republic era,
which is an
we were
excellent
talking
era.
about Star Wars books earlier. Oh, you've read them?
I've read the first couple. I haven't read all of the books. I read like the first 2 big ones that they published, and then I forget what it was. I think I got, unfortunately, with my brain, I'll get hyper focused on like different things for a while. And I was like going to be like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to read the rest. And then I picked up Le Bardugo, and I totally lost focus on Star Wars books. It was let me dive into this world of. Listen. You can't make a book series about 6 teenage rogues in like a fantasy setting and not get my attention. And they all have weird things. Again, Six of Crows. Read Six of Crows. It's a great book. Great.
I'll check it out. It'll be added to my long list of books to read.
Yeah. And people always joke about this, that I don't read the books on my shelf, but it's right here. It's right here, actually. I have it in every video. It's been right here the whole time. Just here. Just right here. Read this book. It's really good. It's a book for teenagers, but it's really good. Anyway, I'm sorry. You're now experiencing my ADHD moment on stream. I apologize to all the young viewers. I was frightened with my the fact that I do in fact have a torso that extends past the angle of the camera.
Oh, I have ADHD as well, so I understand completely.
Oh, we got a super chat coming in. Oh, this is a good one.
Fred Skull super chatted $9.99. On behalf of the normies, SW superfans want niche stories. SW is never more relevant, exciting than when it is on the big screen. It's King Arthur in space, not ADP of Lancelot Squire's home life.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It is. It really does have that kind of King Arthur vibe. I agree.
Adrian Parkman super chatted $4.99. I saw Anthony and Jacob in bed with Merida from Brave and Sisu from Raya the Last Dragon.
You see, I don't even get that joke because I've never seen Raya the Last Dragon, so it all works out. I've never actually finished it. Again, I'm a great Disney show. I don't watch all Disney movies. Back to you. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, like, the thing with these people too is they just have like the worst jokes. Like, I don't.
No, he's a regular. He's fine. He's good.
Oh,
he's
no,
good.
I'm so
That's a
sorry.
regular.
I'm so
Insulting my audience, Jacob. I see how it is.
I'm sorry, Adrian Parchman.
Yeah,
sorry.
He's a regular audience member of the chat. He's good beans. Don't worry. He's good.
Okay, cool. Adrian, sorry about that. My bad. I'm just conditioned by these comments.
Oh, here you go.
Tinvo super chatted $2.
This is a good topic, actually.
What is your opinion on Mandalorian movie trailer?
All right, I'm going to pause this right now because I think this is a good point to actually get into a discussion about Star Wars with a Star Wars YouTuber. Okay, so Jacob, what is your opinion on the new Mandalorian and Grogu trailer? Because I have thoughts on it. I'll wait for you to say your thing first before, it could either go one or two ways. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. So I need to say this, and I feel like in order to understand my thoughts on the trailer, I have to give you a brief kind of like overview of my thoughts on the Mandalorian series. Because, I mean, it is literally just like, there's a reason they're making this movie, right? These characters have become so big and so iconic by this point that, like, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Whether you like the show or not, it makes sense. So I will say this. The Mandalorian originally, I always thought it was a fun show with ups and downs. From seasons 1 and 2 especially, and then season 3, I think I like it, but it definitely has some issues, some big issues. But I think that originally I just thought it was like okay for the most part, just ups and downs. But I liked more than I disliked from it, whatever. But my grandmother, about a couple years ago, I want to say like 2022. She got a smart TV for like the first time ever. And she was so excited that she could finally have like Disney Plus on like her TV. And mind you, my grandmother's in like her 80s. And
love it.
I still go see her like once or twice a week just to see her and spend time with her.
Yeah,
she means a lot to me. And
No, my grandmother
she
was the
wanted
same
to
way.
watch
She's in the
something-
90s. My grandmother's in her 90s, and I gave her like I gave her horror movie recommendations because she used to watch me as a kid. And we'd watch Godzilla, and then we got a little, and then she's like, "Oh, here's a really good movie to watch. It's called The Exorcist. It's a good movie to watch for the kid in the room."
Amazing grandmother. Mine
Great.
could never. She can't do horror movies, but she can do Star Wars, and she knows how much it means to me.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, "Why don't you come over to my house and we can watch that Mandalorian show?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, I'll
Yeah.
watch it with you." And watching it with her gave me a newfound appreciation for it. Like seeing her face,
Mm-hmm.
like when Luke Skywalker showed up at the end of season 2, just how she reacted to like the different scenes and the journey
Mm-hmm.
of the characters. It was so sweet, and watching it with her. It definitely gave me a connection to that series that I didn't have before. So it took a series that I mostly liked, and it really just kind of lifted it up a little bit. As a matter of fact, after the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu, I called her because she doesn't keep up with this stuff. So I
No,
called
of
her and I
course.
was like, "Grandma, like they're making a Mandalorian movie," and she was like, "No way, I'm writing it on my calendar right now." And I went to
Oh,
go
love
see
it.
her. And I went to her calendar while she was in the other room, and I looked, and she had a little post-it note that said "Mandalorian movie with Jacob."
Oh, that's
And she had, like,
adorable.
the date that it was coming out
That's
'cause she
adorable.
wants
I
to see
love
it with
that.
me.
That's so cute.
I want to see it with her, and like I think I'll make it more special. And I am excited for Star Wars to return to the big screen. That being said,
Yeah.
we might have the visuals are in line with the show, and there's time for the visuals to be changed and the color grade to be fixed a little bit.
Yeah.
I was not impressed with the visuals, but I feel like the heart of the Mandalorian lies within like the fun of the series, if that makes sense. Rather than like the visuals. Not saying it doesn't have great shots here and there, but you can mostly tell it was shot on the volume, and like the grade just looks very Disney Plus, like TV series, rather than like the visuals of Star Wars. And so visually, it did not impress me too much, but I think that in terms of like the fun of the Mandalorian, I think that kind of is what really brought it home to me and had me excited,
That's fair.
And I saw the trailer whenever I went to go see that new awful Tron movie.
Dude, I didn't even bother. I really just can't. I'm so done with Jared Leto. I couldn't even.
I can't.
No. Plus it came out when my son was born, so that got in the way slightly too. So that was my excuse. That was my excuse. I can't go. Sorry, my wife's in labor. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, let me tell you, if you're looking for a great soundtrack, if you take an eye mask to the movies, you're going to be hearing some amazing music from Nine Inch Nails, but you're not going to get much story or anything like that.
The best part of the last one
Apologies
was
if
also
anybody
the
else
soundtrack.
likes it.
The best part of the last one was the
man,
soundtrack. I'll be honest with you. I love the Daft Punk soundtrack for Tron Legacy. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a big Tron Legacy fan, so this one was extra disappointing for me, but it's okay.
That's fair.
No offense. I have friends who love love Tron Ares, and that's cool. I'm glad that they like it, but it just wasn't for me. But I say all that to say that I saw the Mandalorian trailer there, and I promise that I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I do think it looked better seeing it in a theater, but I still think that the visuals could be a little bit better, and I hope that Jon Favreau takes this time to maybe tweak it a little bit more.
Yeah,
if he can.
I feel that hits a lot of the same notes I was going to say too. I think the color grading especially is heinous. Like Star Wars films, even the worst Star Wars films have vivid color. Like it pops, and just there doesn't seem to be a lot happening in any of the sequences they showed. Again, special effects have to take time to develop. I get you. I'm just kind of wondering, like, was this a story that needed to be told in a theater, or are we taking something that was going to be on Disney Plus already and just moving it to the big screen? That's what my question
That's my
is.
concern too.
Like, is this like a theatrical story, or are we just truncating season 4 and putting on screen? Which, if that's fine too, I'll still see it. Even Mandalorian season 3 with its problems was still enjoyable enough to watch, but I'm like I'm just not excited as. And what's crazier too is this is an expensive movie, and
Oh yeah.
this week Predator Badlands comes out. That was made for a fraction of the cost of this one.
It
And you
looks
look
better.
at it looks incredible. Like every single shot of that looks amazing. Like every single, I've seen people, I know people who've seen it. They say it's great. You know, so my hopes are pretty high. Won't make nearly as much.
excited.
I'm excited too, but I think Predator, because the budgets are, because the movies don't make a ton of money, the budgets are often much lower, and as a result, they're like, okay, if we're spending money on this bit right here, we need to make sure it's worth every penny we're spending. So it's like, whereas with anything with the volume, with the Disney Plus stuff, sometimes I feel like when you're watching, you're like, okay, they had the money to do anything, and so here's this incredible effect we're just putting on camera, and not like, let's make sure you get like, because the way you shoot animatronics and puppetry and have CG in a shot and all that integrated, if you don't shoot it right on camera, it can make it look flat, and I feel this movie looks just too flat for me.
I agree.
That's my big issue. And it's not probably
That's
so
the issue I have with the show as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, like, the show, I feel the same way. It feels so flat, and I think that a lot of it's not even the, what's it called? It's not the void. It's the
volume.
The volume.
Yeah,
That's
volume.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't even think it's like the volume, and I'm even hesitant to say the color grading. I think it's more of a lighting issue, which is like it's make it look more natural. But the thing is that Star Wars is not meant to look natural. I'm not saying it can't, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of like, it's not fully what I expect whenever I go to see a Star Wars movie.
I'll be honest, the poster for The Mandalorian and Grogu got me more excited than the trailer.
It's excellent.
It's
I have it in front of me right now.
It's a great poster, and it really harkens back to that kind of Buck Rogers, John Carter of Mars vibe, I think, that Star Wars has been missing, like, at some points. And I'll be honest, you look at, like, the way Andor is shot, you look at the way, and lit, you look at the way Skeleton Crew was shot and lit, they both used the volume too, as far as I know. I think for some shots, but it was done in a way where you had set, where you had light. Against thing too, the sets look empty. There's emptiness in a lot of the shots for The Mandalorian. There's a lot of vacancy that's not being filled up. The sets could be tighter. There could be more detail there that's rich. And, you know, you look at The Force Awakens, for example, which I don't think is a great movie, but it is a beautiful looking movie. Like every shot of that looks good. Even the worst effect you got, there is a sheen and a creative style that is apparent in that film. Cinematography is an underrated craft. It's like with a lot of movie techniques, editing and sound design. They're thankless because you only notice them when they're bad. You don't notice them when they're good. Or if you got the one shot, like the twin sunsets, the twin sunrise sunset in like A New Hope, like that, the iconic singular shot. But you don't look at like the functional shots all that much, and that's a problem. People really should look at the functional shots of movies more, because that's where some of the best cinematography is. Because if you feel compelled and interested, that means something. Oh yeah, here's a super chat that's coming in right now. It's a good point about the volume. I'm gonna let play real quick. That's a good point.
I agree with it.
It's a very good point.
Wit super chatted $5. Matt Reeves used the volume for many shots in The Batman. Same for James Gunn with Superman.
And they both look incredible. Those two movies look fantastic. The volume,
Absolutely.
like most special effects stuff, they're tools, ultimately speaking. They're tools designed for a function. You either use them well or you use them poorly. And I think The Mandalorian and Grogu isn't using it effectively. And it's a shame. Also, Kyla T mentioned this, that she wants to see a spin-off movie with B. Arthur's character from the Star Wars Holiday Special. That might be difficult because B. Arthur, I'm going to tell you this, Kyla. B. Arthur probably can't show up to set to film for a big reason. No, 100%. Holiday Special love here. This is a holiday special fan safe space. If you really want to talk about your love for the greatest Star Wars project of all time, clearly
I
Empire.
torture myself every other year by watching it. Yeah.
Oh God, no! That would be entertaining. I would be down for that. I would watch that again. I might do a video on that this year. Who am I kidding? It'd be fun.
It'd be cool.
It'd be fun.
DW super chatted $5. I've never been into SW, but my dad loves the movies, so every time something new comes out, I watch it with him also and make a vid on JJBA.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I might just make one saying you but gotta watch the first arc of JoJo, because apparently it's a somewhat wider opinion than I realized, that people just say you can skip the first arc of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Again, you saying you're going back into anime. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, how do I explain this to someone and not sound insane? It is a family saga over the course of decades, if not centuries, of characters who undergo bizarre adventures. Is the best way of putting it.
Nice.
And like, it goes into like these insane fantasy powers and insane magical abilities. But the first arc is basically like a gothic horror fantasy, more like almost like Castlevania, almost, I'd say, with more fantasy to it.
Okay, cool.
And the first arc is the least interesting, but it's also like essential viewing. You gotta watch the first arc because so much is established in that, and these reoccurring characters come back like in arcs later on, and it introduces you to one of the greatest anime villains of all time, Dio. He is a walking meme. Is the best way of putting it. So it's great.
I should probably say too that like I am such a normie when it comes to anime. Like my favorite ones, I love Cowboy Bebop. I love Ghost in the Shell.
Excellent. Those
Akira,
are great.
correct?
Akira, yeah, Akira's great.
Akira.
Those are great, yeah. Those are the best ones. And again, all sci-fi also. Dio's a day one hater, agreed. Part 4 is really good for JoJo. I'm partial to part 6. I know that was a little more controversial. Anyway, I'm getting biased now. I love part 3 too. I love all JoJo. What I'm talking about. But if you like Ghost in the Shell and you like Akira and Cowboy Bebop, have you seen Outlaw Star? It was on Toonami back in the day. This is like really wild sci-fi. Like basically imagine Bebop, but a little more fantastical. Like a little more like there's more more half-human feline people and like rocket guns and like crazy stuff shows up. It's a fun one.
I have not. I need to watch it.
It's good. Also, Trigun is essential viewing if you from the 90s in terms of sci-fi anime, with Vash the Stampede, the humanoid typhoon, a man who is like a walking natural disaster, but refuses to take a life, and he shoots with guns. Okay. He fights with 3 guns and at the same time technically, and he fights so he can avoid ever taking a life. So he only takes like trick shots and non-lethal shots, and it's great. And there's a lot I'm leaving out about that movie, but like it's that show. Oh hey, that's an update.
That's how I find out.
That's how you found out?
99 cents.
No way.
Yo,
that's great.
Mandani just won.
Ah, fantastic.
You should know.
Thanks for the update. That's excellent news. Oh, there we go. That's good. I actually got the answer. Now I can finally stop watching all the annoying political ads that go on forever. Okay, so it wasn't until this year where I'm like, everyone knows who they're voting for 5 months out at this point. We don't need 1,500 ads every 5 seconds. It drives me crazy. But no, I'm glad that's the result, and Cuomo didn't win.
I am too.
Yeah.
That guy is terrible.
Well, and again, because I'm like, I living outside New York, I'm like, no way. You know, on the way to the polls, the only thing people were talking about on the polls was how much they couldn't stand Chris Christie. That was the only topic of discussion on the entire line to the votes. It's great, crazy. Anyway, I'll get to that later.
This is made by.
Yeah, there we go. Some good news.
Made my night, but that made it even better.
Who won in New Jersey?
I gotta say.
Hang on. Who's in New Jersey? Oh, and also there's a new Mummy movie coming out with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. So more good news on top of everything else.
They finally decided to do the thing that everybody wanted them to do.
Right? Well,
Wit super chatted $5.
I'll tell you one thing in a second.
Wake up to Cheney passing. End the day on Mamdani winning. Good vibes sun up to sundown.
There you go. I'll tell you this right now. Who won in New Jersey? I got into the New Jersey. Okay,
Anthony,
so it
why
looks
don't you
like
talk politics. Would it be okay if I ran to the restroom real quick?
nah. Go for it. It's a little okay. New Jersey's a little tighter. Okay, that's not done yet. Oh no! Apparently they're saying nope. They're currently hidden away. I'll move Jacob aside. Oh, it looks like they're saying Mikey Sherrill wins. Okay. For New Jersey. Okay, there we go. That's why I don't look at these things while streaming. I'm like, okay, now I'm getting like too caught up in what's going on. Okay, so it looks like a lot of blue, like a blue wave. Okay, cool. That's neat. Anyway, I do want to talk briefly about the Mummy movie that I wish they made while Jacob's away. Because yeah, the Mummy movie is coming out with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz again. Can't wait for that. But what I want to see is the Mummy pitch that was by Clive Barker. The Clive Barker Mummy pitch I want to see. Because that's awesome sounding. It's Clive Barker making a Mummy movie. And for some reason, Universal was like, no, we can't do that. It'd be too extreme. Oh, the guys are ready and not making it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Is that Radio Silence who did that? I'm down for that. Yeah, so Clive Barker didn't just pitch a Mummy movie. He wrote one. They were actually really far along. Let me get some details up about this, because I feel like I'm a little hazy on the specifics. I'm loading a site that hopefully won't kill my computer. Okay, so... Oh, Super Chat coming in. No, Super Chat was at Oh, hey, Scorpion Wolf. Family was worried Jack Ciccarelli would win. Yeah, no, he had no shot. He was never gonna win New Jersey. People are still pissed about Chris Christie. They're not gonna vote for another person in that. So it would have been like a horror, a pure horror film, and would have dealt with, I believe, it would have... Okay, oh, now I see why they didn't make it. Okay, now it's making sense. Apparently it would have dealt with themes of intense body mutilation. Would have been extremely R-rated. So yeah, I can see why... So yeah, a Clive Barker Mummy movie would be in line with Hellraiser. Who'd expect that? So yeah, I can see why they didn't make it. But yeah, I'm down for that. That'd be fun. I would like anything Clive Barker does. I'm down for. Even his bad works, I'm interested in. Opening a ride for Chris. Yeah, it's Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Dark Side movie's great. But last year I got really into Tales from the Dark Side. Because not last year, that was like June. Last May, I got really back into Tales from the Dark Side, and I forgot they did the Chattering and Jack, or whatever, Jack and the Chattering, which is one of Clive Barker's short stories from the Books of Blood. I forgot they did that. The Yattering and Jack and the Yattering, whatever it is, about a man who is pursued and harassed by this demon wherever he goes, and he ignores the demon to like basically troll the demon. It's great. It's a great story. Here we go. Back. Let me bring it back in. So yeah, Tales of the Dark Side, Yattering the Jack, whatever. And I forgot they adapted, but the book is like really... The original story is really messed up because it's Clive Barker, and there's some sequences in that where it's like does some weird. The demon does some weird stuff, and they're going to adapt it, but he.
Evan, the Neil Deal super chatted $5.
Nice.
So,
I always wanted to see an adaptation of Clive Barker's
Anthony,
Tortured Souls.
To say my end all be all for Mando and Grogu.
Yes.
I think it'll be fun, and I think the fun part is the thing that really kind of drew me to it. And there are some really cool like ideas, I feel like, and some really cool animatronics in the trailer. I think that the biggest thing that I'm excited for is also the biggest thing that I'm concerned for, and that's the plot. I have no idea what this movie is supposed to be about, but I think that I do like the Western vibes a lot. The poster is incredible, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Agreed, 100%. Okay, a couple more questions for you. What are your thoughts on the new rumors that they're going to turn the Rogue Squadron movie that was pitched by Patty Jenkins into a TV series for Disney Plus?
I'm not opposed to it. I don't want Patty Jenkins to necessarily direct it, if we're being completely honest.
You were also
Not
burned by
that I
Wonder
think
Woman 84, weren't you? Yeah, yeah.
not a fan.
I was.
I liked it when I first saw it because I watched it in the middle of COVID and all of that. I saw it in a theater with a friend, and it was like a fun experience. But the more I thought about it, and especially recently,
It gets worse
I
and
just did not like
worse.
it at all.
It just gets worse and worse.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like it's funny because the first Wonder Woman film I still like quite a bit. I think it's a really good movie. That second one though, man, like talk about spinning your wheels. Like that's a great example of a movie where you really squandered the goodwill from that because no one was really like excited for more DC after. Well, that's not true. Aquaman was really good. After like Justice League came out, I think a lot of the enthusiasm was kind of like depleted a bit for DC. With some here,
Yeah.
I think Shazam was really good. I think Aquaman was pretty fun. Birds of Prey is underrated. The Suicide Squad's really good.
Yes.
But that first
Yes.
one, but that first Wonder Woman movie was like a really legitimately it was like a landmark film. And to squander that goodwill with the sequel, especially when you have like, again, I'm not like a gargantuan Wonder Woman fan. I love the character, but I'm not like I don't have an encyclopedia. There's people know more than I do. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
One quick.
Wit super chatted $2. Reunite Boyega and Joe Cornish for a Finn Solo film.
Yes, that sounds great. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, nothing else to add to that. That's just a good idea. But no, like, so you take the cheetah, right? One of the most iconic, maybe Wonder Woman's most iconic villain, and you make her a small tertiary piece of the story. And instead you center in Maxwell Lord, who is not a Wonder Woman villain. He's not,
No.
Pedro Pascal's character is not a Wonder Woman villain. He's more associated with the Teen Titans, I think, than anyone else. Like, he's like a kind of a DC general character. Like, it would be like, oh yeah, we're gonna have for the next Batman film, we're gonna put in Lex Luthor and Joker. That's the next Batman movie team up. Like, it's just
Kill
why?
Mickey Mouse super chatted $5. I'm still kinda pissed that Solo was a movie instead of a miniseries.
It's gonna be a good miniseries. I'm annoyed they changed the script for Solo at the last second because the original. I was saying this before. The original ideas for Solo were really interesting, but they were incongruent with the rest of Star Wars. It was a little wackier, but also had a lot more heart. And I'll be honest with you, this might be a hot take for the day. I'm not a big Ron Howard fan. I think,
Yeah, I'm not either.
yeah, like some of his movies are excellent. Keyword some. He's not like the Coen brothers. He's not like, he's not a Guillermo del Toro. He's not one of those guys who like every film, even the not so great ones, are interesting. When Ron Howard misses, it's just forgettable. And you're like, I don't
Yeah.
care. I feel Solo, parts of it really worked. It was if it's on TV, I'll watch it, but it's not a go-to for me. It's just not. Rogue One, solid movie, but Solo, it's missing something. And
Can I drop a hot take?
oh, drop your hot take. Go for it.
I'm ready.
Go for it.
Solo is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. I think Solo is horrifically underrated. I wish they would have released it in December instead of May, in between like 40 other blockbusters. I think it would have done a lot better. And I think that it is a miracle that movie is at the very least watchable after all of like the production trouble that happened. Somehow, some way, Ron Howard of all people, I feel like pulled it off, and I feel like he made a really solid Han Solo movie. And it's actually one of my best friends. It's actually his favorite Star Wars movie.
That is wild. It just goes to show you different perspectives. I like it. I should emphasize. I was being critical. I like Solo, but I don't love it. For me, it's like,
I gotcha.
yeah. For me, it's like, back in the day when before streaming, when you used to have like cable TV, this felt like a movie you'd watch on FX and have a good time with. And you know what I mean by that? Like, it's the kind of, it's on. Oh, you watch it. Start halfway through, like, oh, it's this part. Oh, it's a cool bit. I'll watch this. Oh, he's doing the Kessel Run. Let's watch this bit. Oh, they're freeing the robots. It's a funny bit. Like, I feel like it's one of those movies where, like, if I watched it on TV, I'd like it more than if I sit down and start it from the beginning. Is the best way of putting it. And there's a few movies like that which I love that are like that. Like, I think, for example, this is not Star Wars, but it's one of my favorite watch at 1 a.m. movies. It's Highlander. Highlander is the ultimate. You put it on at like 1 a.m. You get up to get like a snack or something or whatever, or like a beverage or something. You sit back down. You miss a few minutes, but it's okay. You pick up right back where you left off, and you're good to go. It's like, oh, I can hear the Queen music from the other room. I'll follow along just fine. It's one of those movies where you're like, yeah, Highlander's great, but like, I don't need to watch Highlander from start to finish to enjoy it. I can pick it up in the middle and be good. Other movies, it's like, you got to start from the beginning or else you can't follow it. Highlander solo, that's the vibe where I'm like, yeah, if I flip this on TV at like late at night, yeah, I'll go along with this. Nothing started. Yeah, I can start in the middle of Solo halfway through and just be just fine. I just don't like how they have.
We're talking about it because I'm working on a video about Solo right now.
Oh, there you go. I tell you, that's
fresh in my mind.
There you go. I will say this too. There was the one actress who plays like the rebel leader in that, and she's also in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I forget her name. But like,
she plays Enfys Nest. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's one of those character actors who just shows up a lot, and I'm like, I feel like you're just playing a rebel. You're playing a freedom fighter in everything I see you in.
It is Aaron Kellyman.
There you go. And she was also in one of my favorite movies the last 10 years, The Green Knight. I thought that was fantastic.
Yes, that movie's excellent.
Nothing will entertain me more than. This is a previous video I did. Let's talk about it real quick. You have a super chat coming in from Adrian Parchman, who you insulted before, by the way. So you got to answer this.
Super chatted $1.99.
I'm scared to say my real answer.
Favorite MCU movie? Jacob.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Good answer. What's your real answer?
About tied. It's tied with it. I am weird. You guys have to know that.
Okay.
Before I say this, I love Eternals so much.
I do. That makes sense for you, given your interest in sci-fi. I feel like people who love sci-fi like intensely love Eternals more than the rest of the population. I feel like that's because it has that same kind of world-building vibe, which is so good, And thank you for joining as a member by the DW. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say I'm a DC guy. Like, I grew up with those characters more than Marvel, in just all honesty. And so I kind of gravitate towards like someone said this a long time ago. I don't know where I heard it. It's like, if DC is about gods becoming human, Marvel is about humans becoming gods,
Yes.
And I think that there's a lot of truth there to that. And Eternals kind of has that feel of kind of like a DC kind of mythos sort of thing. To where you've got these like mythological characters that feel so larger than life. The stakes are just insane for some reason in that movie, like just crazy world-ending stakes. The score for Eternals, the cinematography, I remember I saw it and I was like, why is everybody like hating on this movie? Like, I get it, but it just really worked for me. And every time that I've watched it since, I've just been really impressed.
You see, that's right there too. I'm seeing comments the same sentiment. People who didn't like Eternals the first time they saw it watched the second time and liked it more. Like, that's one that gets. There's some movies that get better as you watch them. I think once you get over like the general conception, the conceit of it, if you have trouble with that, a second viewing, knowing the conceit, knowing the formula, knowing the structure, what you're about to experience, it gets better. I do have an issue with Bill Skarsgård's character because I feel like that's such a cool actor and a cool concept, and it never pays off, but it's not also incidental. I mean, it's like we basically have Cell in the Marvel universe, kind of, basically. You basically have Cell from Dragon Ball Z as a villain, and played by Pennywise the Clown, and it's not the coolest thing in the world. For me, that's like, come on, make that a little better. But again, that's more me nitpicking at that point.
I think where he lacks Arsham and the Celestials, kind of like...
and Icarus, too, I think is a great character.
Like, their actions kind of directly affect like Bill Skarsgård's character, you know, and the
Yeah.
Eternals. Like it's all kind of connected back to like the Celestials and like that grand mythos. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that that's kind of what stuck out to me. Is it a perfect movie? No, it's not. But I really enjoyed it a lot.
That's fair. For me, I think Winter Soldier also is like top three. I think for me it's a three set answer. Winter Soldier's off the top of my head though. I'm gonna also go with Thor Ragnarok, which I think is really fun, and the original Guardians of the Galaxy. I think those three are the
Wit
best
super
ones.
chatted $5. Eternals has some of the best MCU action
Yes.
Little
scenes.
Guardians.
Makari
Ragnarok
versus
was not for
Akari's
me.
rocks.
Mm.
Did Crow dirty though? One of my favorite Jack Kirby characters made
You
bland.
like it?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sorry, I was just reading the super chat. Sorry, what were you saying? What was that about Thor Ragnarok? What was that?
Oh, sorry.
What
My
was that?
bad,
What was that?
my
What was that?
bad.
What was that? Yeah, catch that,
I'm not
buddy.
used to super chats on live streams. It keeps like throwing me off.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, again, that's just the. I usually pause them at discussion points, but I didn't just let them go through slowly. But again, like that's a big thing too. And again, the thing with sci-fi also. And I have a question for you, actually. I have a question for you. You're given a Disney-sized budget, right?
Oh no.
And they're like, okay, pitch us a Star Wars movie. What time are you honing in on, and what's the general? But it can't be a standard like Jedi Empire story. It has to be something different. You have to go creative, because that's the easy avenue. What's your gulp shido Star Wars story?
If I'm making a movie about a Glup Shido, I want to tell the story of Claude the Slug from Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, there we
all the money
go.
for that. Because someone said this to me a long time ago, and for the life of me, it's not on Wikipedia. I don't know if this is canon or not. So take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But someone told me, like years ago, that it was canon that Claude the Slug was like at an intergalactic like bus stop, and the Millennium Falcon like whips in, and like Poe Dameron and Finn walk out, and they're like, "Hey, we need a repairman. Are you Claude? Are you the guy we're picking up?" But Claude can't really communicate. He doesn't know what they're saying. So he thinks that the Millennium Falcon's just like a bus. So the Slug is like yarp and waddles aboard the Falcon, which is why in the movie, whenever like they're Lightspeed skipping and like the TIE fighters are like shooting at them, he like screams and is terrified because like he thought that he was just on a bus. He didn't realize that it was the Millennium Falcon. And if that's not canon, I'm going to make it canon. That is going to be my Star Wars story.
That should, if it's not canon, it should be. All right, so Jacob, I gotta show you something. I was gonna show you something this whole time. So I'm gonna share the screen real quick.
Okay.
Oh God, not that. I shared you. I shared with you. Stop that one. That's terrible. Entire screen.
Also, someone said the homophobic slug. I just want to say Claude beats the allegations because after the first gay kiss in Star Wars, it does not cut to Claude judging them. It cuts to other people celebrating, and then it cuts to Claude.
So we're gonna have a fun.
Accepting a hug from another character.
There you go.
He beats the allegations.
There you go. All right, so right here, pictured currently, is friend of the channel, Kinky Mation.
Okay.
Kinky Mation, Lily Goth here knows nothing but Star Wars.
Okay.
She was given a react to. I'm gonna put subtitles on here. A react to different gulp shitos that was conceived by one of my editors of the channel and friend of the channel, Wave Runner. The objective was to react to gulp shitos from Star Wars. I want to see what pain you enter as she tries to guess if these are real characters and the names associated with them are the real names.
Okay.
I just want to gauge the look of pain in your eye as we do this.
Okay,
and that's the entire objective here. I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna minimize your face a little bit here. Make it a little smaller so I can have you on screen while looking. No. Okay, so let's proceed.
Little segment tonight, and I like to call this the Glopshito quiz. A Glopshito. It's a character from the Star Wars universe, known to hardcore fans but unknown to general audiences. OMG, Glopshito's back. Whomst? And this word spawned from a Tumblr post, actually. That.
Can you hear the voice?
I cannot hear the voice. I can see the clips, but I can't.
Oh, you can't.
I
Okay,
can't hear anything.
okay, so it might be okay. This plan of mine is not working out. There should be a I'm sharing the screen with you right now. You should be able to see the listen in. You should click on the stream on your end
Okay, let me see.
on video chat.
Sure. I see it on.
Yeah, so just click on that. I'm gonna play it again.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Said,
Can you hear it now?
every time a
can
new
now,
Star
yes.
Wars movie or show is announced, all the
Excellent.
fans are like, "Oh my God, Glopshito's back!" And
So-
no one knows who the fuck Glopshito is. I use the term Glopshito colloquially for characters that I don't know who they are or I don't think that they're very important. You know, Scream Blow, Blim Blow, Glopshitos. So I thought it would be funny, and Wave agreed. So
Here's the
Wave put this
concept.
together for me. Oh, Wave
Okay.
made this look super old timey. Don't fucking clap me! There we go. The search for more content. Content break!
I'm so
The
done.
Star Wars universe
Yeah.
is filled with an almost infinite amount of iconic characters, but no character
Star
type is as
Wars.
iconic as the
Love it.
Glopshito. The one who is unimportant in the greater plots, but is beloved by
All right,
fans.
we're gonna skip ahead here, Lily.
I'm
Sorry.
Wave that looks so scuff. Glop 1. Shev Palpatine. The name real or fake? It is real! His name is Sheev. Also, Palpatine isn't a Glopshito. Isn't he, like, super important?
Yeah.
Yes.
And-
Ah?
She got it.
yeah, she got it. That's one.
Yay!
I'm gonna lower the volume because Lily is famously loud. Okay.
He most likely inspired Xehanort. What? I mean, Palpatine is a ghoul, so yeah. Glop number 2.
Here we go.
Okay.
Jabba the Hutt. Is this real or fake? This is real. I love Jabba the Hutt, so I'm well aware of his history. I adore this fat bastard, so this one's real.
Okay, so far, you
Fun
know,
fact, he used to
pretty
be
good.
just a guy in the first
two
movie,
for
but
two.
George Lucas CGI'd him
So
in a
far.
special edition to reflect his later appearances.
But wait,
Really?
but just wait, Jacob. There's a reason I'm playing this one for you. It's because I know it's going to inflict psychic damage on you before long. So
Oh no, I'm scared.
Wait, hold on. George
Because it did that to me
I did
too.
watch the version of the film that George Lucas fucked with, by the way, because like apparently the other versions don't exist anymore. Like I found out that Han shot first because hubby told me, because apparently George Lucas fucked with like the film. Glop number 3. Admiral Holdo. Is this name real or fake? Real. It's the dude that goes, "It's a trap!" I really hope I don't make all the nerds disappointed
that's-
because I do genuinely like Star Wars, okay? Like, I just haven't seen them all in a bit. Please be nice to Lily!
It's a trap.
It was Akbar! How did I forget? Fun fact, this video
Wait,
is called Mon
wait.
Calamari.
Vice Admiral Holdo is a real character, though.
Yes,
from the
here-
Last Jedi.
here's
That's
here's
what
where it
I
gets
heard.
tricky. So the idea is the name has to match the character.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, but trust me, it gets so little known fact, Wave actually told me about this as he was making it, and I'm like, and I was like telling Wave, oh, you got to put in like so and so from the Legends canon. And he's like, I can't do that to
Oh,
Lily.
no.
She won't know who that is. So. I just want to see your reaction to poor Lily crashing out on basic Star Wars lore.
He looks like he'd be good fried. He just got trapped. Okay, Wave wins one. Glop number 4. Ugh. Kit Fisto. Is this the real or fake? This has to be fake! First of all, I don't remember this dude. Second of all, this cannot be real! This is not real. No, there's no way. This is not real, chat. It cannot be real. Fisto is not a Star Wars character name.
And then, of course,
Real. No! What do you mean, Fisto, as in getting fisted, is a fucking name of a Star Wars character? No. He's actually super cool. His name is Fisto. Fun fact, he's voiced by Phil Lamar, Samurai Jack
best
from
Jedi.
and Hermes
He is
from
a great
Futurama,
character.
and the Clone
He's a
Wars
great
cartoon.
Jedi.
And yes, Fisto.
It was,
Wave!
Master
I just got
Blow.
fistoed. Now we're getting to the
what's up, Jacob? Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I said Kit Fisto and Plo Koon are like the two that are like the goats. You
Oh,
know?
100%.
Like one of them was your favorite Jedi growing up. I'm convinced.
Easily,
Like if you grew up with prequels.
Oh, easily. I would actually my favorite gulp shitto from the prequels is probably of the Jedi's. Oh, obviously Ki-Adi-Mundi, the most important Star Wars character who was born at a certain time and has to be from that specific time. He can't be any older by any means. He can't change
He
the
has
lore at
to
all.
be born from the trading card. You know,
Yeah.
from 1999.
Because the trading cards were never wrong before.
No, never.
Never.
The real shit. Oh, I hate it here. Club 5. Ashoka Tano. I'm gonna say this one's real. This sounds like the name of the species, because I know that there's other ones of this species. So this one sounds real to me. I think that this one is real. I don't know if she's Lady Jedi or not. I think the Jedi one is orange.
My word.
No! Why
Yep.
are all of these fake? Shakti. Fun fact, the name same race as Ashoka.
She does die a lot.
She also
She does.
dies a lot. What do you mean a lot? Like
A lot.
more than once?
Yeah.
Anakin. This one is
So
canon.
much.
Oh my god, that was absolutely ruthless. Because I forget that like lightsabers are genuinely like plasma, and they would cauterize the wound immediately. There's no saving you. They just fucking lightsaber to the fucking.
Let's
Let's
go a
move
little
on to
further.
club number 6. Shaggy, is this real or fake? This is fake. This is. Are you joking, Wave? This is fake. This isn't Shaggy.
real.
Fake.
Oh, it's real.
If this is real, I'm going to Minecraft myself. I will become as gods, chat.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm ascending. I'm leaving this planet, and I'm never coming back. Watch me fucking fly away like a helium balloon. No. No. I'm out. Where's my shoes? Goodbye. See you in the fucking next space adventure, chat. I'm leaving. What do you mean we fucking made Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and just put him in Star Wars and named him Shaggy? Like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. Fun fact, Gennady Tarkovsky, director of Star Wars Clone Wars, made a Scooby-Doo reference for the fun of it. This was before the days of Disney. Lucasfilm was a lot more relaxed with that stuff.
Yeah,
and then,
seriously.
Yeah, I thought that you made this up as a shitpost Wave. Glub number 7.
true.
Mon
So true.
Mothma. Is this name real
Okay.
or fake?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's fake. I just have that
Up to
intuition.
chat.
John Williams super chatted $1.99. Shaw GI is a force god.
Yeah, he is. You underestimate his power. At your own peril, one might say. But yeah, no.
God damn it! Because your intuition works so well with Shaggy. Its name was Shaggy! It's like calling a fucking dog in Star Wars Scoob-Doo. Like, I'm sorry? That would have gotten anybody. Hi. Vaughn T. Like Bounty Hunter? I'm real. These are all fucking.
Oh, Waves in chat.
absolute
Excellent.
shooters.
So the guy who put this together, Waves in chat. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, Wave, we're watching your thing. We're showing you're showing the Lily Nation video, Lily God video to the to Jacob here. I didn't expect to see a video I worked on. Yeah, I know, Wave. You got jump scared by yourself. How's that sound for you? How's that for you, Wave?
I have to say that you did her a little bit dirty with how close, like you using real Star Wars names
Oh, it's
with other
genius.
pictures of canon characters is outright brilliant, if I say so myself.
This is peak levels of shitpost because I get to troll you with it, and I get and I'm trolling Wave with it at the same time. It's fantastic. No, Wave. So far, you're pretty good. So it works out. Except for apparently, except for Sebulba being killed in episode 1. But in fairness, I forgot that too. So it works out.
No idea who most of these people are. What? I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, by the way. Hobby series.
There you
Ultramate
go.
super chatted $1.31. Jacob, any Marvel, DC Glup Shito you like to see?
Yeah. So any glub shitos from
Oh,
DC
man.
and Marvel you'd like to see?
Okay, Marvel. I might be basic, and this might be because I play Marvel Rivals.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say Jeff the Shark.
Good choice.
Um,
Not gonna lie, I do like Jeff. This is a Jeff-friendly zone.
I'll say Jeff, and then I'll say for, what is it? DC. Ooh, let's see. Jimmy Olsen's too mainstream to be a glup shido, I feel like. So I'll say, there's so many deep cuts with DC. I feel like you could go, you know, especially with like a character like Batman. You know, I'm just say Plastic Man. Plastic Man is great. I love him in Batman the Brave and the Bold series. Growing up watching that was great.
Oh, Jacob, you missed the best. I'm just gonna cut the mustard and say the best Gulp Shido from Batman is Condiment King.
Oh, absolutely.
The greatest Gulp Shido. The incorrigible Condiment King.
His episode of the animated series is so good.
It's amazing. The best character ever. Yeah, no, that's my Gulp Shido of choice. For DC. For Marvel, all the Great Lake Avengers, just all of them are some of the best characters, I think. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love them. Anyway, time to troll you some more. Let's see how long you last for your mind breaks.
What do you mean it's fake? Cat Bane. You keep falling for it. God damn it. I'm looking so stupid. Every single Star Wars fan is going to despise me after this video. I'm sorry. Dexter Jester. Is this name real or fake?
Oh, yeah.
This feels fake, so I'm going to say it's real. He looks like a Dexter.
Good logic. Good logic.
Oh my god, I get the selfie! We did it! We did it! We got one! Woo! Fun fact, no friend with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Also, if you mentioned Treasure Planet before this answer was revealed, you got +5 bonus points because that's based. Why? Wave sometimes has the most obscure references.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's valid. That's valid.
Amazing movie.
Gavin
Treasure Planet.
Caruth super chatted $2. You keep saying gulp shito, isn't it glup shito?
Yeah, it is Glup Shido, but I keep thinking I'm you know, see it's like yeah, I'll just go with that one. I won't excuse myself for screwing up pronunciation of something. I do it all the time. It's great.
Okay. I feel better now. I feel better. I'm not completely stupid. Ski low. I'm gonna say this feels fake. I'm gonna say it's real. Who is that shitter? Like,
Hello? I wish I was a little bit.
oh my god, that's Greedo? That's Greedo? God, I have such a terrible fucking memory for this shit. Fun fact, Ski-Lo is the rapper who made I Wish, aka the song for the GOAT trailer. Also, the special editions keep changing if Han or Greedo shot first. It was actually me. It was Han! Bonus question 1, +5 is right. What is the name of the music genre that this band plays?
Now I know you know this one, Jacob.
I know it.
I know you know it.
I
By the way, here are the
know
options. Here are the options. Because I know we both know the answer to this one.
Starcock. What do you mean, jizz? What do you mean, jizz? What, this band plays cummies? This band plays with their cocks? This band, literally, that trumpet sound, yeah, that came out of the
I have to double check this before I say it.
It's the greatest.
So, believe it or not,
Yeah.
they actually recently changed the name from Jizz to Jats. So now it's called Jats.
Which is also ridiculous sounding. It should just be...
I agree. I agree.
You know what? Listen, Disney changing Star Wars established lore. You know, first they changed Ki-Adi-Mundi's age. Now they're changing Jizz. It used to be something pure. A pure...
They made it woke.
Yeah, they're making it woke. Yeah, exactly. They're it's PC-ification of Star Wars.
Put the jizz back in my Star Wars. You know, that's what I'm
Put
saying.
all of it back and spread it throughout, all right? Just spray it all over Star Wars. I'll stop.
What is this? I'm crushing the fuck out over Star Wars. Fun fact, the band's name is Figurin D. And the modal nodes. Musicians who play jizz are called jizz wailers. Wait, this isn't something Wade made up to fuck with me? This is in the movies? I have many questions, but the main one is why? Glop 11. Oh, hi, Padme. Shindo. Shindo is a hentai artist. A very cursed one.
Oh,
I'm
God,
gonna say
yeah.
this is fake.
Okay, did you recognize that, Jacob, that manga?
I did not.
Metamorphosis? Oh, chat. Who in chat remembers
I-
Metamorphosis, aside from Wave, who, like, you know, made this video?
I know it now that you say the name. I am a little bit familiar.
Oh, yeah, no, it's It's a it's a heartwarming family story about just young love and the transformative element of a career change. And I also love the fan fiction ending where JoJo's Bizarre Adventure characters come in and interrupt the plot and save her from her own fate.
Adrian Parkman super chatted $1.99.
Oh dear Lord.
I love me some Hot J1ZZ and the music is good.
Yeah, you couldn't get through the censorship with that one, could you? Otherwise.
Scorpion Wolf super chatted $5. First heard of jizz when I misread the B-movie meme y'all like jizz.
God. You're like jazz? Yeah, I hear you there.
Can I just say, it's so refreshing, even just in good fun, talking about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. That's why I knew you
Gavin
enjoy this
Caruth
bit.
super chatted $5. Reminds me I categorized DB combatants by nationality and found out Obi-Wan's planet of origin is a complete shit post bruh.
Oh yeah, Stu John. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Complete. And also another case, the card saying something different because originally it was on Coruscant, and then George Lucas was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put him on Stu John because." Yeah, I'm gonna put Jon Stewart into Star Wars forever.
No, but it is fun
Double
talking about Star Wars in like a
fact,
fun,
he's played by
passive
Mark.
way.
Yeah,
Just because like it's so cool seeing the chat also just being so like active with it.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I'm not used to this. Like
This
didn't
is
know
what I
people
mean.
could actually have fun with Star Wars.
No,
Like,
this
that's
is a
online.
good thing. No, listen, this is what I mean when I say like, and I've said this a few times with different creators too. It's like YouTube is an isolating frigging career path on any regard. You're on your own most of the time. You're in your own headspace. You don't know if half it works when you make it. The fact of the matter is, I think more people should stream together in general because it's more fun, and it's something I want to do more of in the future. Just do more streams with people because, like, for a good like 6 months now, I think I've just done not 6 months, mostly 6 months. I've done mostly solo streams, and it's like exhausting. So I'm gonna try dragging whoever I can drag in. Sadly, I'll probably add. It's funny, and the other thing about YouTubers too, it's so interesting. It's very easy to say, "Hey, what are you up to? Do you want to do a thing on a video?" That's how I got like half of the voice. I got like a bunch of voice reads for the Tim Burton video I did recently. I just hit a bunch of people up and like, "Hey, you want to do something?"
DW
Like, "Hey, that's
super
cool."
chatted
That's it.
$2. Cacuine horse or Joni Yiro Olive Garden.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh. Never Olive Garden. Never Olive Garden. I'm sorry. That's my
Plays the
answer.
Joker in multiple Batman things, as well as skips from regular show. These are the roles he's most known for. Also, why'd you freak out, chat? I just created a random name. No, I fucking clocked you immediately! Alright. We're doing good. We're on a good strike, chat. We're doing it! Glop number 12. Max
Oh,
Rebo.
yeah, easy answer.
It sounds so fake, so I'm gonna assume it's real.
Wise choice. Wise choice.
Fun fact, he's a member of the Ever Oberson Galactic Jizz Whalers. Please stop. Please stop with the jizz. This is terrible. Like, fucking George Lucas is absolutely shit at this. What the fuck? Absolute garbage. Glove 13.
Anthony, this is so funny.
Isn't it great?
Ass. Is the name real or fake?
I
It
literally
seems fake. It's
have a
probably
bit
real.
with my wife about Max Rebo.
Yeah.
Because we have this like reoccurring joke, or I should say I have a reoccurring joke, to where like we'll talk about like, you know, future kid names, like what are you gonna name our kid? And I said it would be so great to name them after like a Glupshido, like, hey,
Yeah.
come here, Barancesis, come here, Kiati Mundi. And she kept like laughing and saying no. And I said, what about Max? And at first she was like, you know, that's not bad. And she goes, wait, what's his middle name? And I was like, Rebo Suggs.
That'd be painful.
Anytime I see that character, I just think about that.
Oh, I
She was
love
like,
it.
We cannot name the Max, no.
Not happening. Not happening. I'll tell you this right now. Boss Nass, famously played by British character actor Brian Blessed, who was Clayton from Tarzan, which that's what most people remember him by. But I know him from Flash Gordon the movie, where his most famous line is "Gordon's alive," and he's like one of the hammiest. And he was in like freaking all of the Shakespeare adaptations that Kenneth Branagh did in the 80s and 90s. Anyway, sidetracked.
Yeah! Fun fact, fact, he's the same race as Jar Jar Binks. Gungam. Also, all Star Wars fans thought of him in Bonanza whenever they mentioned
The planet core.
Planet Core? I can't believe my instincts. I'm finally doing it, chat. I'm finally gonna stop crashing out over Star Wars. Club 14. R2KT. Is the name real or fake?
Oh,
It's
that's a
pink!
good one.
It's fake, it's real. Is it? Yay! And it actually is pink! This is a fan diary who was built as an homage to a fan's daughter who tragically passed of cancer in 2004. Aw. She was made a canon droid who shows up on screen in The Force Awakens and other games and shows. No jokes here. It's a tragic but sweet homage. That is actually very, very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Club 15. We're halfway there, chat. CO Beeble. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, what is it? Is it real or is it? CO Beeble. I use the word Beeble a lot. Fake. Answer? Damn it! Why would you name a character CO Beeble? George Lucas, was he high? Like, I just thought the name was funny. Wave! Club 16. Sweat Concorquil. Is the name real or fake? It sounds like Sweat Concorquil. I'm gonna say real though. Like, no. No! Fake!
There you go.
What? I thought you were fucking throwing a dig at Concord Wave. Fun fact, he's a senator. There's a lot
I
of
actually
those in the
didn't know that
prequels.
one.
Yeah, no, that one was. I didn't get that one either. It's the one where I'm like, I'm guessing it's real because Star Wars, but I'm like, I didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, a senator though. Would you vote for Senator
just
Concord
subscribe.
Kill?
It depends on how they feel about certain issues. I actually just subscribed to Kinky Nation.
Yeah, oh, she's fantastic. Her
She's good.
her video on the Pokemon Gen 2 designs. I actually reacted to it when it dropped. Fantastic. Really worth watching. I know it's as a short version and a long version. Both are worth checking out because in the longer one she goes into detail with every one of her design choices. Really cool stuff. Would recommend. Immediately. Yeah. No, and Kinky Lily, she helped me out with a video a while back, my She-Hulk video. She did like a little segment on it. Very insightful character designer. Does a lot of very interesting art. I'll put it that way. Very, very, very high quality artist. Love her work.
Exciting. Would you vote for Senator Concord Kill? No. Club 17. Slow and low. It's so fucking stupid. I'm gonna say it's
There's a
real,
Gordon Levitt.
chat.
Yep. There you go.
Yay! Oh, he looks so sad. Why is he so sad? You guys all have to go buy some gamer subs and make me feel better. His whole plotline is reporting a parking
go.
violation. Aren't you glad you now know about him? This is the very definition of a fucking glopshito, chat. Why does he look so sad? Club 18.
And he's Joseph Gordon-Levitt, yeah.
Longo. Oh, God. You know what? Real. You know what? The name? We have Jizz. No! Salacious B. Crumb. That's even worse. Wait, I'm sorry. You're telling me the schlong is fake, but Salacious is not? Your name is Salacious Crumb. Una migaja deliciosa, güey. Así se llama este cabrón. Se te cayó una migaja de la concha al piso.
Jacob, you ever get so frustrated you start speaking in Spanish?
You know, sometimes, yeah.
Love it.
Dame tu perro dice, Dr. Wesley Crusher and Worf are the names real or fake? Real. Worf has
Buddy.
Balls on his
Worf
face.
Buddy.
Star Trek, is it not?
Buddy.
What? Dr. Cornelius Evanzan and Pondo Baba. That. Okay, Rave, why are the real names dumber than the fake ones?
Yeah, exactly. Sujek coming in.
Evan, the Neil Deal super chatted $5. Salacious B. Crumb is my actual favorite side character, no cap.
Salacious B. Crumb is amazing. I will take no slander of Salacious B. Crumb, except by Lily, who is just crashing out, so it's acceptable.
Louie. Wrong show, Lily. What? Guys, I am so sorry to burst your bubbles. I was raised normie, okay? I don't do Star Trek. I barely know anything about Star Trek except for fucking Spock and his yee ass haircut. That's it. That's the extent of my knowledge, chat. Fun fact, since it's two characters, give yourself 2 points if you got it right. No. In addition, if you notice the Star Trek reference in the fake names before the answer was revealed, give yourself an additional 3+ points.
Yep.
Well, there you go, Wave.
So we're winning this game pretty well.
Glob 20, HK 47. I'm gonna
Best-
say real.
Best character.
I'm losing brain cells
Best
by
character.
the minute.
From one of the best Star Wars medias. Old Republic's fantastic.
You do not wish to be referred to as meatbag?
Yay! The robot names are pretty easy to guess. Fun fact, the meatballs in chat are popping off right now.
Yeah.
He's a party member in Knights of the Old Republic, and he's a droid who really likes to kill, and is basically the Asterion of that game.
Yeah.
Concentrated power
Fair.
of the sun.
The same devs made the first two Baldur's Gate games.
Wave is a chat and comments. I tailor-made this to mess with her, like Kit Fisto. Yeah. Well, you succeeded, Wave, so well. I love it. Oh, we got here. Let's see if coming in.
Starbit super chatted $1.42. I'm low-key expecting Freddy Freaker to show up.
He may. I mean, I have seen this before, so I know who's going to show up. But still.
Larian, wait, this wasn't Larian. That's really cool.
was
Meatbag
BioWare,
Lily. Yeah, the chat is actually losing its shit, actually, now that you mentioned it. Bonus question 2. Which of these is not a real Star Wars game? Okay, Kinect Star Wars Galactic Dance-Off, Star Wars Tatooine Moisture Farm Simulator, Soul Calibur 4, Star Wars Super Bombad Racing. I will say that the Tatooine Moisture Farm Simulator is not real. The Soul Calibur is a red herring. Yay!
Yeah, there you go.
Yay! Fun fact, Yoda's the Meta Knight of Soul Calibur because he's so small and
Super
hard to hit.
Bombad
Well, there
Racing,
we
you say.
go! Okay.
It's a good game, but I will say this: Yoda was broken, and if you played Yoda in Soul Calibur 4, I maybe didn't play with you ever again after that.
Anthony, I know ball.
You know Ball? No, you know some Ball.
I know
there
Ball,
you go. I love you just have that sitting there like that particular game right there.
Oh no, I have my PS2 from whenever I was a kid.
Oh,
I still
nice.
play it sometimes. And I've got all of I own every Star Wars game that came out for the PS2, and they're like down there on like a shelf.
That you gotta do. Oh, that's fantastic. I
but,
love
yeah.
that. Oh, I love it. That's great. So you got that one easy.
Oh yeah.
But I would play Moisture Farm Simulator though. Wave, I would play
too.
Moisture Farm Simulator if that existed. That sounds like Stardew Valley except with Wookiees.
Hey, I don't have that in little points now. I feel less lame. Stop it! Did you have to make it that wide, Wave? World 21, Yaddle. Is it real or fake? I think it's real. Woo! Fun fact, no, she's not Baby Yoda's mom, Lily. That one was a girl? I thought all Yodas were little old men. I thought they reproduced via mitosis. That was a girl? Wait, Yodas had sex! I don't want that mental image.
Great.
I thought Jedi's weren't allowed to fuck. Love 22.
She's broken by this.
Lubaka. It sounds so fake, fucking fake, I have to assume it's real. That's how this...
Nope.
No!
Nope.
Fake. The name is Gungi. Fun fact, he is not Chewbacca's son. Chewie's son is named Lumpy. Chewie, fuck! Love 23. Gourmanda is a
Best
name
character
or
in
fake.
Star
I would
Wars.
say real. I've been saying real a lot because I've been constantly surprised by this fucking thing, chat.
Best character ever.
Woohoo! If I had time and a hammer, I'd track down every bootleg copy and smash it. George Lucas on the Star Wars Holiday Special. Oh! Okay, I need the tea.
Happy Life Day.
Oh, is she react right now? Though?
So it's
Grandpa watches Star Wars. You guys want to watch it? Club 24!
Great.
Bo homo! Chat, this cannot be real. Chat, this cannot be real! This cannot be real! No, that's fake. That has to be fake. For my sanity, that has to be fake. Come on. No, Bo homo. For my sanity, that has to be fake.
And
Oh, thank God! Oh my God, thank God! You guys have no idea how much I was... Guys, somebody's losing it.
Yachty.
Fun fact, he has a
I love how I miss the days when this was the biggest issue with Kiadi Mundi, whether or not he was.
I know.
And no one cared about like when he was freaking born.
Yeah. I
Special
don't get,
permission
like,
from the
that
Jedi
at all.
Council.
Like the complaint with that.
It's just
It's just so
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It's like, who cares? It's like, you can adjust the freaking. It's a short-lived species. Well, it's fictional. You can extend that. You can change things in a new continuity. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's nuts.
So married due to how low the birth rate of his species is. He has 5 wives. Darth Vader happened because Anakin had to hide his affair with Padma. Think about that for a moment. Double standards. Rules for thee, but not for me. Chat,
Yeah.
the fact that I had to fucking question Bo Homo tells you how stupid these names are. Star Wars, what the fuck? Glove 25!
Almost up.
Size Snoodles. Is the name real or fake? Oh! Size Snoodles sounds fake as shit. I'm gonna say it's real. Fake.
It is.
Wait, the name was Size Noodles on the thing. What do you mean fake? It's real. I messed up. Oh, okay. Thank you.
There you go.
Fun fact: she's a proud jizz whaler. She loves jizz. Jizz is her life, and nothing can take that away from her. Rock on, you legendary queen of jizz. Of jizz. You can't stop the jizz, no matter what you try. If you mention jizz right before you got the answer, you get +5 points. Wave! She's dancing in those cummies, chat. Sebula. Is the name real or fake? I'm gonna go saying Sebula is fake.
Now, Jacob, this is where I actually tie in with the story here somewhat.
Real, damn it! Fun fact, he's a pro pod racer who lost to an actual child. I'll try spinning, that's a neat trick! He's the subway slammer of the Star Wars verse. He did try to slam into the child mid-race to kill him. I accidentally spread misinformation that baby Anakin killed with him in cold blood in one of the Anthony G's videos.
Yeah, there you go.
You're being lied to survival of the murder. He survives though. Oh. That must be the George Lucas special edition kind of.
Is he at it for it? Yeah.
Okay.
Lily, read the name properly.
Yeah, so in the video, we make a gag about Sebulba that implied that Anakin killed him. And then we got like 1,500 hate comments about it. We're like, actually, we're going to lean into the joke even further. All right. We're almost done here. I'm sure Lily will crash out before the end.
Truculus Palpatine. Is the name real or fake? This is
Yeah.
a Palpatine.
Which is
Palpatine
crazy,
never
I
actually
think.
had any children
It is.
or
It's
anything
Yep,
like
it's
that.
nuts, but yeah.
And no, the new fucking Star Wars movies are fake too, so I don't count it. I'm gonna go and say this one is fake. Rio! Fun fact, he's Palpatine's son. The extended universe novels get insane and are no longer canon. Boo. What? I thought that he didn't have any kids! Sars Bandium. Is the name real or fake? Is this one of the fucking children that Anakin fucking cut down in cold blood? I think it's real. Yeah! Fun fact, Disney made a youngling show for young children. It said fire in the past because they are cowards.
Yeah. They are
Because
cowards.
if they made a show in the... Oh! Yeah! Goodbye, children. Club 29. Lobot. Is the name real or fake? Real! I think that's real. That one feels real. Tomo arigato, Mr. Loboto. Yay! Fun fact, he has a really tragic backstory where he defected from the Empire and got gravely injured and lost his mind to the cybernetics. None of this is in the movie. He's the OG Globshito. What? So was
that's
this
fair.
a deleted scene? And the last one, chat, Glove
Last
30.
one.
Oh god. Umla Gumla Ga. Is the name real or fake? Real! It sounds so fucking stupid, it must be real! I just did the most dramatic pointing at my screen I could possibly have done, chat. Woo! Claude!
My Shayla.
Fun fact, this is the ultimate Globshito! Rise of Skywalker does have one perfect moment. It's right after they show the first gay kiss in Star Wars for 2 seconds.
True.
They immediately cut to this frowning slug monster for twice as long. 16 out of 10, no notes. That's amazing!
He beats the allegations.
He
What's the
beat
name of this
all
one?
the allegations.
Okay.
Allegations.
Emperor
All right,
Palpatine.
here we go. Can you figure this one out? What do you think the
Okay.
answer
Oh,
is?
that's Emperor Palpatine's Medical Reconstruction Center.
All right.
Surgical Reconstruction Center.
Surgical
Intergalactic
Reconstruction Center, I'm sorry.
I love how you know it in
HQ,
seconds, too.
Kyber Crystal Sager 4.
I mean, you're
just
right.
found
I mean,
my
Not Jabba's
friends.
Hut.
I mean, you're
think
right,
it's
but
Emperor
still.
Palpatine's Surgical Reconstruction Center for when they fixed Anakin because he lost a lot of limbs. Yay! I had a fucking core memory because that movie fucked me up as a child. Fun
Accurate.
fact, Anakin got turned into Vader here. They had to cut corners due to a budget cuts. I'm not joking.
My bone marrow.
Yeah, Anakin got burned to a fucking toasty crisp.
I love you.
Bombad Prize Corner. Misa thanks you for playing my game. 10 points, green milk, freshly milked. 20
Yeah.
points, Baby Yoda Pandemic Edition face mask. Okay. 30 points, Book Massage Hollow Neck Key. 40 points, pink lightsaber and Jedi robes. No, I wanted it. I wanted
So
the
we-
pink
we- so we
lightsaber
get-
and
we
a
get pink-
Snuggie.
we get the- we
I
get
would be a
those.
Sith, actually. I get
I'll take
attached
it.
to things. Through Shito Prize Corner, Yusa True
Not
Club
Fortnite.
Master.
That's us.
Oh, 50 points, Jedi Sex Pass, and Private Jizz Show.
Who earned this masterpiece, chat? Did any one of you guys get it? Oh, that was funny as
Amazing.
fuck. Okay.
Yep,
oh,
I did.
I lost my shit there. I truly crashed out.
Guys, Hubby lost his shit. Hubby was like, the fact that you're actually like seriously thinking about these being real or not shows you how bad. Ah! And that was the Glumshito quiz!
I had a feeling you'd
Excellent.
enjoy that
Really
one.
Good. It was really good. I subscribed to her.
Oh yeah, Lily's great. Everyone subscribe to Lily as well. She's fantastic. Not that Lily, not the other Lily. The other Lily, not so much. Don't subscribe to that Lily. That'd be terrible. No, and Wave, and also congrats to Wave in chat. Everyone tell Wave he did a good job with that because it's funny as sin. Incredibly talented. But yeah, we're probably gonna wrap up. I think just about now. I don't think I can really top that. I feel that's where the stream peaked. And wouldn't you rather react? And wouldn't you rather react to that than like Darth Melvin talking again?
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, any concluding thoughts you want to impart upon the audience, as well as any socials and that you want to drop?
Yeah. So the first thing I want to say is this. Again, thank you so much, Anthony, for having me on. I appreciate you allowing me to have a platform outside of my own to talk about all this stuff. It's fun to laugh about Star Wars and to have fun with it and to talk about it. But somebody that I know like mutually enjoys it. We might not agree on everything with Star Wars, but that's okay. The point is that we both enjoy talking about it, and this was like really fun. I just love how my reaction was for that part of the stream rather than like the first half whenever we were talking about kind of like the other stuff that I've kind of been dealing with. Again, I'm kind of putting that behind me now personally, and I feel like this is a great place to kind of let it be unless something really crazy happens. I don't plan on ever publicly giving it attention again.
Yeah.
I feel like I've said everything I needed to say here. So thank you again, Anthony. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to chat. I've seen some really nice people in chat saying some stuff. I saw one person like mint something saying that they subbed to me. I really appreciate that a lot. Again, I guess just at its core, never let people like that get to you, because I know that they're small, but they can feel large and they're annoyingly persistent. But at the end of the day, do things that you would want to do, and don't let people stop you from talking and appreciating what you enjoy. And that's kind of the bottom line. So thank you guys so much for everything. I really do appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at JTimSuggs. You can follow me on YouTube with my channel Lightspeed, where I'm just going to casually put out videos here and there. Might get a new video up tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But you can follow me there. I'm on Instagram, Lightspeed Skipping. And I think that, and I have a podcast with my friends who were in the, it's called That's Just Crate. And it's the show where we talk about everything crate about a galaxy far, far away. I was really proud of that pun. But we have a podcast where we talk about Star Wars as well, if you want to hear me yap for a really long time about it.
No, 100%. I'll have to listen to that as well.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it.
No, dude, anytime. You're always welcome here. It's all good. And next time, hopefully you stop by. It won't be over. We won't have to talk about, have to even listen to certain annoying. Actually, what I hope happens is the harassment mob follows you here into stream again, where they'll be unbanned just long enough to give me more money, and then they get banned again. So it's
That's
perfect.
crazy.
It's a great economy. Just let them. Listen, here's the thing. What comes down to, if someone is so filled with anger that they pay money for the chance to say something mean, really, who's losing that one? This is one person. Yo, you sure showed me. I hate for you to do it again. Except this time you give a 50. What?
Man, I wish you get the big donations. I get like one.
No, I think the thing. Well, you'd be surprised. It's additive. You see, if we kept it going, we could have I could have just muted the super chats and just let them get more. It'd been great. What I should have done was see I'm going to skip that and take the money though. It's fine. I know.
I'm glad that
Yep.
people hating on me was a way to give you money for your.
Oh, it's fantastic. You've uncovered my scheme. I'm kidding. But no, seriously, thank you so much for joining. And next time we have you on, hopefully be a little. We'll go start how it ended as opposed to start where it started. I think is a good one. But for everyone, subscribe to Jacob's channel. It's the pinned comment up on top. Let me see who's streaming right now so I can harass them real quick. Give me a second here, chat. I'm just gonna stick around so I can send you all somewhere else to someone else who's streaming. Oh, Organized Chaos is on. Okay, I'll send you guys over to Organized Chaos. That sounds good. All right. Hopefully his stuff is doing all right because he's one of the other people who was targeted that video I was showing you before from Eric July years ago. Anyway, so if you hang on one sec, customization, redirect, Organized Chaos, are you open to letting me invade your stream? Give me a second here. Maury Calliope is streaming. I'm not going to send you the Maury Calliope. That's like dumping an entire crowd onto an already overpopulated stream. I guess that's annoying. So he's one of those. Okay, that's annoying. Some people you can't raid them. Oh no, you can. Excellent, cool. Save real quick. All right, when stream ends, you're all gonna jump on his stream. So I'm just gonna abruptly end this entire stream